Hey, everybody. Am I slow right now?
Yep.
How slow?
Are you talking about your internet or your lag, or you in general? Yeah, it's
Well,
not great.
I know I'm slow, but I
No, I
feel
mean,
like I'm.
listen. If I can see it right now, it's probably really slow.
Oh boy, that's
Yeah.
always good. All right.
What'd you
Well, let's
do,
see.
man? What did you do this time?
I was out on my porch, trying to enjoy the summer on, the best day of everybody watching this life. You know what day it
Well,
is.
if so, you cared more about the sunlight than if our show was any good.
I thought it would be good. Is the
Did you check
problem?
it beforehand?
Yeah, everything looked like it was going good. On
I do not believe you.
I did. I actually did before I took a shower.
Well, it didn't. It didn't work. What's the problem? What
I'm
what
not.
what is today, Ray? You want to tell everybody what today? And by the way, this is Bro Plata. I'm Tim. That's Ray.
Hi.
Uh, it's what's today? The 22nd of
It is.
June,
It's June
year of our Lord,
22nd.
2021.
Yes.
It's
I'm,
Ray's
I'm.
birthday. Happy birthday, Ray.
I appreciate you calling me your lord. That's nice. It's always good to know
No, no,
that.
no, no. The year of our Lord. This is not your year. No year has ever been your year.
No, it's never been. Oh man, but yes, it is birthday time, and can't tell in this. I have a birthday crown that I bought
Can
myself.
Ray look any more white trash right now? He's just doing he's doing the show on his porch. He just has his head shaved, which he looks like a Nazi. We said that before. And then he's got a tiara on.
I do, and also
from his
birthday cigar.
little Miss Mentor pageant or something. little Miss Youngstown.
Little Miss Youngstown is like crying in front of a factory.
Didn't hear anything. All I heard was blah blah blah. I want to be outside. Blah blah blah. I don't care if the show
Can you hear me?
because of it or not.
Can
Sometimes,
you hear me?
most of the
now?
time, I can hear you, Jared.
Okay.
Is that the guy's name? No. What was the guy's name? That
From
doesn't
Subway.
matter. No, not the Subway guy. I was thinking of the Verizon guy who switched teams. That guy.
I don't remember him.
I don't can you hear me now, guy? That guy. You remember that guy?
I do.
His name. So last Saturday we had a watch along show here at Mikasa, and we're never doing it again, Ray. And a couple reasons why. Number one, here's Exhibit A. Why Ray's not allowed here anymore. Here, see if I can get this. Do you see
that? The mess that I left?
Look, who leaves? Look, that's been there since Saturday. There's a pizza crust just sitting on an old printer.
I thought you might have
over there. Why do I have to pick up your mess? That's not what I'm here for. Not only that, but like I learned this weekend. Ray eats like a freaking 6-year-old. He doesn't eat crust. His teeth are too sensitive for it, or so. Even on bread, which is worse. Like we would get sandwiches, and it looked like a bird picked away at his sandwich because he just had all this crust laying around on this piece of wax paper. And just all these things piling up, of why I need a new co-host, or maybe just a new friend. Just keep piling up.
I'm glad you called me your friend, to be honest with you. I didn't even think I was at that level.
Well, it depends how I feel that day, I guess.
I guess.
No, actually, today's a really sad day, and I'm actually pretty bummed out right now because every time you come here, Ray, something goes missing.
What's missing?
My cup, man. I don't know where my cup is.
I don't know.
I don't know where it could possibly be. My Akron Rubber Ducks cup. If it doesn't turn up, I have to assume it was you because it would have been no one. Well, however, my brother was here. It's not impossible that he would have taken it, but I don't know why. I have to call him and ask him.
He took my cup. He's framing me. How dare he?
Maybe he could be. Because right now you're the number one suspect. I'm sorry. I looked everywhere. It's not in my room. It's not down here. It's not in the washing machine. It's not in any of the cupboards. It's nowhere. It's not in my car. It wouldn't be in my car anyway, but it's nowhere. Longest day of the year. Oh yeah, today is, isn't it? It just happens
Yes,
to
it
be.
is.
Oh, lucky Ray. Ray, who talks shit about everything, says everything's terrible. Look, you get the most possible daylight on your birthday.
I know. Isn't it fun? And then, so
No, Ray's
invited
not
back
invited
is
back,
okay.
please. No, he's not. He'll be back probably,
I
but it's gonna be like last time. It's gonna be like 3 or 4 months before I just kind of forget the reasons why I don't want him to come here anymore, and then he can come back. Like by then, that mess will be cleaned up. I'll probably pick that up in like a month or so.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think we should do that every 3 months.
Well, we
Come
gotta
down,
find.
or you come up
Definitely
here.
need to do well if we do it here. I don't know if it would have worked if it wasn't a 7 p.m. main card. I don't know if it would have worked because I didn't want to wake up my mother. So if we have a 7 p.m. main card, we can probably do it.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I don't know if I want to be live streaming till 1 a.m. unless people are really paying attention, really watching. And I don't really know if that was happening other than people were just kind of stopping over and saying, hey, from watching MMA holes, which we love. I just look at the crust. Yeah, right now, I just now noticed it. I just see it sitting there. It's been there since Saturday. This is Ray just leaves his mess and takes off. I even made a bed for Ray, and he shits all over that, but he doesn't come down. He just sleeps on the couch. 2 different couches. I don't know. I told you, if you woke up, go downstairs. And obviously you woke up and went to the other couch, which is not what I said to do.
I don't take instruction well. You know this.
You should when you're at other place. My biggest thing, I'm always super nervous when I stay at other people's houses because the last thing on earth I want to be is that guy. So I'm always asking questions. I'm always making sure I don't leave a mess. It's like the last thing I want to do is I feel honestly I have a huge anxiety about being the guest that people don't want back.
Really?
So
I don't care.
So you I know you don't care. So you doing that is what kind of drives me. Listen, it doesn't really drive me that nuts. I'm kind of just giving you shit, but that's kind of ridiculous though. You're just leaving food in my basement. That's whatever.
Yeah,
but
I kind of ran out quickly on Sunday after the the game that we went to and all that.
Great game.
And,
fun,
for you,
man. Tons of fun. But I do realize this, and I'm gonna just shit on Ray more because it's his birthday.
Okay.
I'm one of those people. Like, listen, the last thing I would ever want to do is be one of those guys that, as an away fan, who's just there to piss the other people off. And you were a home fan, but I feel like, tell me if I'm wrong, that if the Pirates were playing in Cleveland, you would just try to be pissing everyone off.
No,
yes.
No, not at all. And I'll tell you why. Because I know I have faith in the Pirates to lose. I already know they're probably going to lose when I see them. They normally do. So I just kind of, do whatever. But
what if it's football, or if it was you were watching
football? I don't watch football.
What if you're watching the Pirates in Columbus
at the Clipper Stadium?
What? At the Nationwide in Columbus. If you're watching the Pirates play the Blue Jackets in Columbus,
the Penguins. No,
what I say? The Penguins. Sorry.
Yeah, the Pirates is who you said.
My bad. Penguins.
Oh, you're fine. One team actually has championships in this century, which is lovely. But and it's not the Pirates. But no, hockey is a different thing. Like I think baseball is like a shit talking sport. Same thing with football, but like hockey or a baseball is a shit talking sport. Hockey really isn't. To me, I look at hockey as sort of like you got to be respectful when you're in places. If you're at home and you got some
baseball,
I'm aware, but at baseball, I wouldn't be that way either. To a point.
I mean, listen, how I was, like I just did the exact same thing I would do as if they were playing at home. As far as clapping when I hear their names, and when they make plays, I clap. Do I need to be crazy every time they make a routine play? No, I don't need to do that. But when you weren't there, you were up getting food or something when Harold Ramirez hit the home run for the Indians, and I stood up and I clapped and I cheered the way I would in any game. But then I sat down. I wasn't like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
No, I wouldn't do that either.
You know who does that? Yankees fans. All of them, obviously. But it's always, every time I see, which it's kind of why it's fun to go see the Indians play the Yankees when they're in town, because you get those people. And the thing is, they're probably just Ohio Yankees fans. They're bandwagon fans. Not all of them, again, but they're just dicks. Some of them, not all of them, but there's more. It happens in the Yankees games more than any other game I've been to. When the Indians play the Yankees, just be respectful. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, you're allowed to. Yeah, well, it happens. It was fun though. It was fun. Our tickets were fantastic. That's a great stadium. I'm happy we went there. It's the first time I've been there, and it's great. The only thing was that it was hot and the sun just destroyed us. And I before we on the way, we stopped and I bought sunscreen. I still forgot to put it on, and then I got burnt. I'm starting to clear up a little bit, but it's bad, and it was so bad that I honestly thought I was going to die in about the 7th inning.
Yeah, you got up.
I went up, thought about getting another beer, but I'm like, I have to get waters. I have to get many waters. So I just started chugging water. Then I went to the bathroom and just kind of hung out in there for a while because it was cooler in the bathroom. I eventually was all right, but I couldn't go back to my seat because it was so damn. Well, listen, we also both made mistakes. We wore pants. We shouldn't have wore pants.
Yeah, I wore jeans that
were athletic
were lighter than they actually were.
I'm wearing a skirt next time. No underwear.
Dude, I don't know about you, but like my balls were like they felt like 2 cooked eggs.
Yeah, I could have used
sterile.
We should have kept Gold Bond. We should put Gold Bond in the car and have like a really weird moment where we're both like Gold Bonding ourselves, going, "Oh, thank God! Oh yeah, yeah." That would have been fun.
Yeah, I was kind of impressed by our tickets. I really was. Like, I was happy.
They were fantastic. They're the best seats I've ever had in a in a pro baseball game. And the worst thing is Jose Ramirez, my star third baseman, wasn't playing. So we were right by the third base. Look, neither of us are athletes, but we could throw balls to third base from where we were sitting.
Yeah,
that's how close we were. That Ray and I could. Like, we could almost spit on the field. We were the third row back from the what do they call that? The pit, the media
press pit. Yeah, press pit.
Yeah, there's the dugout and the press pit, and there's three rows right there. Yeah, we right there. Like, we could spit on the cameraman from there. We could spit on the field probably. It was great, but it just sucked that the game was close and I couldn't go sit down on my seat because I was feeling like garbage. Like a year ago, I passed out because I was outside and I was drinking beer and I had jeans on, and then all of a sudden it was too hot and I passed out. I had tests and stuff. They just said it's probably just heat exhaustion or something. But that almost happened again, and that would have been super embarrassing if that would have happened at the Pirates game. It's bad enough that I sweat through my T-shirt and shit. The fat dude who just sweats all through his shirt. I always do that though, even when I wasn't that fat. I still sweat a lot, like the same amount. I always sweat a lot, but.
Oh, anyway, man. I was out of a pool. Like I felt like I just gotten like pushed in a pool because I was sweating so much. But it was it was fun there, like I said. It was cool to show you like around PNC Park, even though you did the Tim Denko thing of bitching because we had to walk places. Sorry they didn't have scooters for you there.
We didn't walk. We didn't have to walk very much. I wasn't really bitching. I was just bitching at you.
I know. That's why I kept walking. Because honestly, I'm like, if he's going to bitch, we're going to go around this whole fucking park. I don't give a damn.
Actually, it was fine. Honestly, you know what, dude? I wouldn't have bitched if it was a night game. I'm done with day games. So I decided I can't do it, man. If it was a night game, it would have been so much more enjoyable.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to a couple more in August or September when everything kind of slows down.
Very cool. Monday, yesterday, I woke up in the morning and I'm like, how long would it take me to get to Chicago from here? Because the Indians are in 7 hours.
I think it's 7 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. So Indians are in Chicago at Wrigley yesterday and tonight. And I could get tickets, but I'm like, is it worth it, man? I'm like, I don't know. I thought about it. So I might end up going, and maybe I'll do a road trip somewhere. Buffalo. The thing is, the one I want to do is Buffalo, because that's something that shouldn't happen again. That's a different one. And but I definitely want to go. You know what? Pretty soon. You want to go see the Indians play Houston so we can boo at them? That's coming up soon. That's like next.
When is that coming up?
It's like it's next the 4th of July weekend, I think.
Yeah, I'd be down. I'd definitely be down.
I'm not good because just for that reason, because I haven't had a chance to boo them since, because the pandemic didn't come around. And, last season was supposed to be the boo season, but now it's this season because there was no fans. So, yes, I'm not even a big booer. That's not even my thing, but it will be this time.
For the
Especially
Astros, you should be.
Yeah, especially the guys who were on the team. Altuve, I used to love Altuve. I was a big fan of his. Not so much anymore.
Yeah, I was a huge fan of Jose Altuve until that whole I was wearing this and blah blah blah. Like, go fuck yourself, dude. Like the fact that they had to cheat in a World Series in baseball of all things, and I look like with the cigar, not the crown, but with the cigar, I kind of look like an old timey baseball guy. They had to cheat. They had to cheat.
Maybe.
He had this thing that was vibrating like my wife's clit, and it was there on the chest.
You just turned into all old like a mafia wannabe guy. But before, I thought you were gonna be like old sports writer. That's good too. Put the hat on, old sports writer with the typewriter in front of you. Yeah, there you go. Listen, like when I see that, and I see that like in movies or old film or whatever, it makes me nostalgic for those times. I know there's still sports writers and stuff, and there's good sports writers still, but
what, separate bathrooms?
What?
Separate bathrooms?
You just ruined everything. You ruined it. You completely ruined it.
No, I made it better. It's my birthday, Tim. I can do what I want.
Can you, though? How's work today? You had to work today, right?
It was good. It was
every house you went to, did you go, it's my birthday, and just strut?
Didn't even really bring it up. I think yesterday I brought it up to one of my customers, and that was about it. Like, I really didn't do anything. I went to Melm last night and told a few people, but like today it's just, I don't know, business as usual. I'm 32, man. Like it's a nothing birthday. Like I think 35 is gonna be.
They're all sad. They're all
sad.
I'd say
35 is gonna be like the next milestone. Like, holy fuck, I haven't done it yet. Sweet. I like
actually,
it.
That's everyone for me. Is hey, I made it to another one. That's how they all pretty much are for me now. But yeah, okay. Oh,
Camacho.
Fights happen. It wasn't a great weekend for the Lima brothers. Friday and Saturday, they both lost. Douglas lost his belt, and then Diego got popped by our man Matt Brown. Before that, man, excuse me. I will tell you what happened yesterday. Nothing really super exciting. However, I decided that I'm going to get out of the house and do something. And I decided I was going to go to the movies, and I had to drive to Canton, which is half an hour from me. So I get up there and I get out of the car. Know. And
I think you meant like me, which I was like, probably. Yeah, it was good. It was good. So,
oh yeah, I absolutely knew what you were actually meant. You sure? I figured that out by now. Anyway, I went to the movies and I get out of the car and they're like, "Hey, we don't have power." I'm like, "What?"
Oh God!
Just drove a half hour. You don't have power. And that sucks. He's like, "Yeah, like it's like 2-mile radius. Like we don't have power." I'm like, "Great." I'm like, "I drove up here. What am I gonna do now?" So the only other thing I can think of is like, I'm let's get something to eat that I can't get at home. So I went to Melt, which I love Melt. It's a fantastic grilled cheese sandwich place, and they didn't have power either.
Oh God!
Drove over to the Chick-fil-A. No power.
You would think though that they were powered by the Lord.
You would think so. I don't know if they had. I don't know. What did you say? Your microphone broke up. Did you say generator? What did you say?
I said you would think they would be powered by the Lord.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would have been better if your mic didn't cut out. But you had to have the sunshine.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Yeah, that would have been a nice joke. But nah, so far now I got crushed by technology, or the lack of technology in our case. And anyway, but then I'm like, trying to think of somewhere I can go in and get something that I can't get anywhere else. And I've remembered Five Guys existed up there, and they were open. I haven't been there in years, many years. I think I've been there one time ever, and I don't remember how good it was. Number one, expensive as hell. $18 for a burger and French fries and a drink. Crazy. Jeez. However, it's freaking awesome, dude. Man, Five Guys is the shit. It's so good.
I've had Five Guys before. It's okay.
It's great. It's so great. I haven't had it in such a long time. Fantastic. So that's that story. I went half an hour to buy a burger, which I didn't do it on purpose, but it was all right. But the only thing that sucked is on the way back, it started downpouring. Like it was really like about as bad as it could possibly be before you just like, I had to pull over. and it pretty much it's pretty close to that point. It was bad, and I'm like, great, I'm gonna die on the way home from. And I would have lived if the movie theater would have been powered up. Trying to watch this Guy Ritchie movie. Maybe I'll just give up and rent it here at home. I don't like doing that. I really wanted to go. Oh, Hoist Gracie fell. I really wanted to go to a movie. I haven't been in the movies in over a year. I really wanted to go, and that's the only movie out right now that I want to go see.
I don't have any movies I want to go see right now. I'm more into video games at the moment.
Okay, that's a totally different thing from what we're talking about. I
I'm
love
aware.
going to the movies. I love going to the movies. I miss it a lot. The one here,
I'm waiting for Marvel
opened
Phase
up.
4. To be honest with you, that's when I'm going to start going back.
Oh, I don't need to wait. It's just I don't want to go. I mean, listen. There's been times the theater here in town, the one that's real close to me, that's cheap. I've gone. I remember 1 month years ago, whenever these movies came out, I saw Finding Dory by myself, and then I saw The Secret Life of Pets by myself because I'm like, I'll watch this eventually. That's when I go to the movies. I love the movies. The only thing is, get bombarded with a bunch of kids, and sometimes it's all right, sometimes it's not.
Yeah,
my favorite was when I went to see Deadpool. When that came out, the first one, there's tons of kids in the theater, and like it was full of parents and kids. And 15 minutes later, I was like the only one in there.
That's hilarious. That's funny. What they didn't do their research and who didn't know?
It was like on the commercials. They said that on the commercials. This is rated R. They made a joke out of it. Don't bring your kids to this.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
You get some dopes though that think, oh, it's Marvel. It's Ryan Reynolds. He was what's his name?
He was
Green
Definitely
Lantern.
Maybe.
Yeah. He was Definitely Maybe.
I'll say right now,
Van Wilder.
I like Definitely Maybe. That's a good chick flick. I like it. The proposal was dumb, but Definitely Maybe was good.
What's your favorite chick flick?
Man, that's tough. That's tough.
Oh God, you have more than one.
Well, because there are a lot of good ones. Because define chick flick. Is romantic? You mean romantic comedy? What's your favorite rom com?
Yeah, I mean rom com. You can definitely go with. I was going more like Notebook level shit.
Well, Notebook's a good movie. It just is a good movie. It's a good movie. It's choppy, but it's a good movie. It's a good movie. Good. Listen, dude. I mean, what's his name? Gosling and Rachel McAdams are fantastic actors, right? Anyway,
they're great actors.
Anyway,
that movie was not good.
Well, I don't know. You're talking about rom coms. I was gonna say maybe. So I Married an Axe Murderer. That's a good one. Girl Next Door is on Netflix right now. Let's watch that again. That's a good one. Like, there's a lot of them. But chick flick. I don't know. It depends what you're calling a chick flick.
Like P.S. I Love You is a really good chick.
Serendipity. With John Cusack.
That's a good one.
All right. Yeah, I like that. I like that movie. That's like a chick flicky one. It is for sure. But that's when Jeremy Piven was like tolerable.
Casey Jones likes Waterworld as a chick flick, which is
sure. Sure, why not?
And then he saw Joan, which I mean, I guarantee you, everybody was watching you, Casey Jones. Definitely watching you.
Oh, he's asking about this. The $18 burger double cheese. No, well, it was they all come with the 2 patties, so they're all double burgers, but it's just a bacon cheeseburger, and it had a bunch of toppings, but the toppings don't cost anymore. But the fries were like $4 or $5 itself. But it was good. It was all. I mean, like I'll go back. It's not something I eat every day, obviously. Well, kill me, but or very often. But you know, it's a half an hour from me. So next time I'm up there, maybe I'll go back. What chick flick were you in? I want to know now. Was it like your like some buddy's like student film or something?
Possibly.
Or no, you know what? He was an extra in a girl on girl porno. That's a kind of chick flick he was in.
Nice.
Although I don't think they make those in Utah. I think they're illegal.
Oh no, that's probably where all the porn is made. It's made on like
this is the last place you would look, right?
Yes. That's Vivid just moved all their shit to Utah and call themselves like I lost it. I'm not even gonna do it. Damn it! I had the name of a fucking Joseph Smith, the Joseph Smith Research Center. That's the new Vivid offices. Yeah.
think about just the stock Mormon jokes is they've kind of all been made. I mean, listen,
Yeah.
South Park and the Book of Mormon, those guys, they pretty much did about as big a number as you can do on that stuff, just making fun of the weirdness and goofiness of how it's put together. But listen, man, if it makes you a better person, or I don't know, and it guides your life in a positive way, do whatever, whatever.
Just don't wear the underwear around me. That's weird. I don't.
Guess
I
what?
find the
They
underwear
do.
to be weird.
They do.
Oh boy.
They do.
Oh boy. Not good.
That's I think the number one. I say it to one of my friends all the time. Is like the number one case against the Mormon religion was when I was in high school, and this one kid he was in choir with us, and he was I don't even know if I should be telling this. I'm not going to use names.
Yeah, you're not going to use names,
but anyone who knows this will know who I'm talking about. It doesn't matter anyway.
Oh boy,
he was a star football player. He's a really great looking kid. Right, like he's a popular kid. This is like a prom king kind of kid, right? He was dating this girl that we knew, and but he was Mormon, so he wouldn't have sex with her. So my buddy, who's just like a burnout band geek, was having sex with her entire senior year. I mean, everyone knew except for him. Maybe he did know. Maybe the Mormon kid didn't know. I don't know. But I'm just like, the fact that she's dating this Adonis and she's screwing you this entire year because he won't do it. I'm like, that's the number one argument against the Mormon religion right there.
Yeah, dude.
That's
any
why
religion,
you don't do
really.
Really, this is coming from a guy who lit a candle in a Catholic church on
I did
Sunday.
for good luck. Look what it got me. Nothing. It did nothing.
It's okay. I didn't listen. I was fine with that. I didn't say anything.
Although I did want to take communion because I thought it would help the luck of the Pirates. That was actually a thought I had.
There was a guy in a Pirates jersey in there in line, so he was doing it for you.
Oh, I saw that dude. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not the only schmuck here. Good. All right.
Don't now listen. Any church that'd be like, why are you wearing a baseball jersey at a church? Do you think God cares? I know you don't believe, but he's like, no, he doesn't care what you're dressed as. Just be nice and take your hat off. But even then, just got come on. Other people will care, and do that. It's fine. But anyway, last thing to say about Pittsburgh is that it was fine. I liked it. It was just fine. I'm biased. I like Cleveland more, but Brad's biased and likes Pittsburgh more. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with either of those cities, and definitely not wrong with definitely not anything wrong with either of the baseball stadiums. They're both great. And that sandwich place you took me to was great. I mean, I expected it to be because everyone I've known who's ever said anything about they've been in Pittsburgh, they said, dude, Panini Brothers is the shit. So I've heard that for years. Finally got there, and I wasn't surprised at all, but it's fantastic. It was great. It's one of the best sandwiches I've had probably ever. It's up there. So
nice. Okay, well, that's high praise from you.
Yeah, I mean, look, I got a sandwich that's similar to kind of the one I get at Melt, and I think I like theirs better just because I like their bread more than just the grilled cheese kind of thing. But they're both great. They're both great. But yeah, no, that place is great. We go back. I don't want to go somewhere else. I want to go to Panini Brothers.
Yeah, there really isn't any. I mean, like Bella Notte, which I showed you, the pizza's really good.
I'm sure, man. But it's going to be a while until I'm back, probably. And I want to go there. I want to get another sandwich because it was fantastic. It was a little bit of disappointment. I did think about getting one to go to and just have it sitting in the car because I know eventually I'd be happy I had it.
Yeah, you would have probably been eating it on the way home.
Probably. I was miserable on the way home.
I know you were. It
wasn't you. It wasn't you.
Oh,
I just didn't feel good and I had a headache.
Oh, I wasn't saying it was because of me, because I'm a hell of a fun time to be around.
No, the way there is because of you playing your crappy Pittsburgh songs.
Yeah, but you left at one where I was hoping
and freaking out when we drove into West Virginia.
Yeah, because I was like, "What the fuck is this? Waiting me?" And then I realized, oh yeah, we're going up 376. So that was the one thing that kind of threw me. Once we got into that certain area, once we got into that Robinson area, my mind immediately, okay, I'm over by the Fort Tunnel, which luckily you didn't freak out that bad.
I hate tunnels so much, man. I hate them so much.
We have oh my god, Casey Jones hates The movie, by the way, is called Just in Time, which I've never heard of Just in Time before. And then he also says he hates church because he can't wear a hat in it. So that's always,
that's the deal breaker.
For me, it definitely is. I don't know about you. Besides, maybe the you know,
I don't know, but I have a new Pirates hat now.
You do. Wait, Pirates hat or those batting practice hats, which were cool. I liked it. Apparently, we were dads that day, so they were just handing them out to everybody. There was like a 5-year-old that was orphaned probably that got one in Pittsburgh that day. Who knows?
What?
Nothing?
Oh, maybe. Okay. No, but I definitely listen. Just because I'm an Indians fan, I'm not going to take. It's not like I'm not going to take a free hat. I'm going to take a free hat.
Hell yeah!
Technically, I paid for it. The price of ticket. I don't wear it. Listen, hey, I like the Pirates just fine. Just not when they're playing the Indians. It's fine. If we were going to see them play anyone else, I'd be on your side. Anyone else, any other team.
Yeah, I would hope you would be. I wouldn't be on the Indian side though. There's many things that we'll do. And
what do you mean? You were just doing it. You were just doing it. You were on my side the other day on Memorial Day. You just did it.
Well, yeah, because that was the first time I'd been to a game in a while, so I had no choice. Plus, who are they playing again?
Chicago White Sox.
Oh yeah, I hate Chicago. So
also, you got a free ticket. If I would have given you a free ticket, and you would have been a dick the whole time, I wouldn't have been too happy about it.
No, I was just happy to be at a baseball game, man. Like,
yeah, I plan on going. Especially because this is the last year of the Indians. I want to go to as many as I can possibly get. And you know what? Just this days, I'm thinking, okay, I can go to today. Do I want to go up? And I'm like, I just don't want to drive. It's not really that bad of a drive, honestly. I don't know, half of this all one highway for me for the most part. It's not that bad. It's just parking. But the thing is, if I go by myself, I'll get there early. I'll park close. I can leave whenever I want. I can wait till everybody clears out. I can go to the casino before I drive home. I can do whatever I want. It's me time. So I just talk myself into it. I'm definitely going to probably one of the Houston games.
Yes, I'll go with you to one of those, to be honest with you.
Let's just not go to the day game if there's a day game.
Yeah, no day games anymore. I'm fucking old for day games, to be honest.
I'm
wearing an Animal House t-shirt.
Here you go. Did you buy your lesbians shirt?
I did not. I'm gonna have to buy one when I go back down. Knowing those people, knowing the people that run that area or that little shop, which they've been running that shit since I was, even probably before I was born. They have all kinds of cool t-shirts, and the worst state ever shirt is my favorite one.
The entire city, as far as what I saw, as far where we were walking, it's all street vendors. It's just street vendors and shops. The whole thing. It's just the whole thing. Yeah. It's just people selling stuff.
It's awesome. Clean, it's what I like about Liberty Avenue is like it's basically a gigantic bazaar. Like that's all it really is. It's like you could possibly haggle people. My dad used to buy all kinds of pictures people would take at like baseball games, football games. People used to be a chocolate place that we were close to. That was really good fudge. What's that?
We should have done it. If we ever go back to PNC, we should try to do this. And I've never done this at Progressive either. I wanted to, but take the tour.
Yeah, I'd be down.
I've only taken one ballpark tour. I've only taken one ballpark tour, and it was when I was like in middle school. I took the Camden Yards tour. I haven't seen a game there, but I took the tour, and like that's such a cool stadium. You know, and it's cool because you get to go in the dugout, right? I mean, now I'll probably cry if you put me in an Indians dugout. So,
I think I've done the PNC tour. Me and my family did the open house one year, and I actually got to like walk the warning track and cool. Try and jump the wall and shit. I think I was like 13, 14 at the time. And loved it. It was great, but I'd love to do the actual like tour and I've been inside. I think there's pictures somewhere in this house of me in the dugout at PNC Park. Like I think the Pirates dugout. So Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably somewhere in this house. Same with me in the Candy Yards, but I just couldn't tell you where they were. Um,
Same.
but I don't have any pictures from this weekend because I don't know. Unlike a lot of people, most people nowadays, I like to live my life. I like to live in the moment and not try to. Which the one thing about that is that when you look back at the guy, I kind of wish I had some more pictures. And this is why I like when other people take pictures because I don't like to be the one taking pictures or video, especially like when people take video of stuff they're watching. I'm like, dude, just be here,
Yeah.
you know. But
certain things,
I rarely get on my phone when I'm doing stuff like that. I check it to see if anyone's trying to get a hold of me, but it's about it.
I did like I did like a video of the pierogi race, which if you go to your local baseball park, they have like different food races of some sort. PNC was kind of like one of the first to ever do that. And then what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and then where our seats were, you can actually check those out on our Instagram. At Bro Plata. I posted them to our Instagram. I'm going to post them to our Twitter.
That's cool.
But you know what else is posted, Tim?
I don't know what.
The Pat Miletich episode. Finally.
Oh, yeah. Finally. Yeah, you finally put that up. Jesus, only, I don't know. Honestly, I mean, it's not like it hasn't aged well. It's fine. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's just, and it just, like the day we talked to Pat, that whole thing with Mike Jackson happened.
Yeah.
That was that day.
I know.
That was awesome. I was so excited when you told me that. I'm like, that happened today? And we get to talk to him first? That was great. And he was super cool. I hope we can have him back again. He's the man. And he did a hard sales pitch. And yes, Casey was talking about it on the chat. And I bought some of it twice. And the thing is, I don't know I really don't know what it's supposed to do. I tell you what it did. I have acid reflux issues, and it helped with my acid reflux a lot. However,
did it?
I still have to take I take omeprazole, but if I take omeprazole and that, it pretty much kills it. But I had to take both, and one's really expensive. So yeah, I kind of not going to be. I still have some left. I have some left, but I'm still taking it. I don't take it every day. I forget. The first time I tried to get the pills, and they sent me the powder. And then the second time I got the pills. But actually, the powders works better. It's just a pain in the ass. You have to mix in the water and shit.
Yeah, that's why
shit comes out pitch black. Shit comes out pitch black. But it does. I mean, listen,
it freak out. You have colon
It's not
cancer.
nothing. It's not nothing. It's too like I would love to be able to take it every day. I wish I could, but it's too expensive. So I'm not going to be able to do that. But if I could, I would. But I don't. I mean, listen. I think his pitch was a little made it sound a little bit better than it is. At least, I mean, I don't know, for me at least. So maybe for other people doing other stuff, it helps them more or whatever. Maybe, but it's definitely not nothing. But I think it's too expensive for what it is.
But, I mean, most of those.
But again, if I could afford it, I'd take it. But so it's not nothing.
Casey Jones called it. He said it would be too expensive. He told you.
It's really expensive.
He told you.
Yeah, and I said before, I got a fraud alert from my bank both times I bought it.
Yeah.
It was, but it was so great. And listen, I was also just kind of like an that Pat Miletich was selling me. I'm like, Pat Miletich said it. I'm like, I'm going to buy the shit. And I bought it like right after the podcast. Like I said, I'm not angry about it because it's not nothing. I don't really know what I expected. I was just curious to make sure that it wasn't just like I don't know, like a super juice or super powder or something that turned me into a superhero the way he said and cured everything. But it's not nothing.
It has no glyphosate whatsoever, and it doesn't make frogs gay. So what is that? Are you telling me it's a good thing?
Sure.
Okay,
I don't know, but that reminds me that I got Ray a cameo for his birthday. Did you like your cameo, Ray?
I loved the cameo that you got me. The hero of mine, a personal icon in comedy, Tim splurged, and it had to be expensive. I'm thinking at least three or four bags of gold and a
Something,
wench.
right?
I think you had.
Right,
I
right.
think it
No,
was.
yeah, you have to pay him in like in elf ladies. He's got
Yeah.
Lord Thobin Don Tracker, the level 15 half elf wizard. He used to do a lot of comedy. He hasn't been around as much anymore, but he came out and he did a cameo for Ray. Missed his name up, but it's all right. He tried hard.
I know, but he's Casey Jones talking about or commented about the black onyx, but I read the ingredients and didn't think it was worth the high price for the black dirt pills.
Yeah, it's just fulvic acid. I still don't understand exactly what it is. Like I've even if you buy it, you can go on these like they have these conference calls on Mondays or something with the guy who invented it and some woman who's a spokesperson. And they talk about it. And I watched some of that, and I'm just like, I still don't understand what. Listen, I'm like Pat's pitch was better than this because I think Pat was just making shit up, and it was great. It cures cancer, right? Cyborg's on it. I'm like, well, Cyborg's on it.
It must be great. I mean, look at her shoulders.
It's true.
Look at her definition. She got abs. And you have a keg.
Yeah, she's only ever lost to a person who's better than her. So that's
Yeah, for sure.
She hasn't lost to people who there aren't better than her. So
the Rogan didn't, and that was the funny thing about like when I tried like New Mood and all those kind of things. Rogan was like sold me on it, but I still had to try it, and it does work for me. I mean, those two things, the probiotics, okay, but
I told you the Alpha Brain. I said I was going to stop taking, but then I'm like, I think it made us finally started helping a little bit. Like I could remember numbers. Like long passcodes that I couldn't remember before, and I'm like, maybe it is helping, so I had to buy some more. It could have just been a coincidence, but either way, I got some. I guess again, I don't think it's nothing, but it's just really expensive. And the thing, like ginkgo biloba is pretty solid too. That works for me too. So that's cheap.
I have the peach alpha powder. Yeah, I actually have some in my.
Did you see who Rogan had on today? Oh, we need to get this guy on.
Oh yeah, I saw
Don Fry.
the YouTube clip. Don Fry, baby. Listen to that.
Probably get Don Fry on. Actually, we're gonna have a harder time getting him on now. What's so bad? The Don Fry episode?
No, I think he's talking about the peach alpha powder. But Don Fry would be a great get because I just want to talk to him about that fight he had in Japan where he just
everyone was fought. Yeah, it's not the third time those guys fought or something. Like they fought a bunch of times.
I think yeah.
But it's weird that I know Dana White doesn't like extravagant intros, right, for his fighters. But every time you watch Pride, even though you know what's going to happen, you've seen the fights, but you watch the whole thing, you're just like, this is so cool.
Yeah,
this is so cool the way they did everything, and and Lenny Hart, who won't come on our show, and these other people. It's so cool. Like, it's not. The fights are still good. The UFC has great fights, and I don't think it's not going to take anything away from anything. I just think they should. I don't know. They should let guys do. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Unless I wish Izzy. They would. I don't want to see Izzy dancing again. Like that's my only. I never want to see that again.
I just don't understand. I don't understand what he doesn't like about them. Is he just think
he's
like
a traditionalist?
But boxing's been doing it forever.
Recently, though, they've gotten bigger. Like boxing.
Well, I guess there is a certain there's a line, I guess. But a UFC is nowhere close to it. They don't even go. I just say they should let them go a couple steps further. They tried a couple things, right? They had some live entertainers there a couple times. They had Sinead and they had Aaron Lewis from Stain and some other people, which is hilarious. They should just have like a house band. You have to pick one of the tracks the house band knows.
One guy does like one guy chooses a crooner. It's just how out there.
Some guy singing My Way. You make me feel so young. That one. That was like when they had the NFL draft in Cleveland. It was a very Cleveland thing to do to just hire a cover band to play the whole draft.
Yeah.
You see that? I think Sunrise Jones is the name of the band. I mean, they're a good cover band. They're probably expensive cover band. They do big weddings and stuff. And they're good, but it was just weird. They're just playing all these old rock songs just in between draft picks, just a cover band.
They just you hear them singing "Living on a Prayer."
They probably did play "Living on." I mean, they played "Sweet Caroline" and a bunch of basically all the standards that you would expect a cover band to play nowadays. I'm waiting to be in a cover band. I'd be in a cover band. Like when I was younger, when I was in a band, we were like, "Oh, we'd never do that." But now I'm like, "Dude, it'd be fun to be in a cover band." I'm fucking singing a cover band. I was thinking you could make a Creed tribute band.
I was about to say, well, yes, and I would want to be lead singer. You can call me Rot Map.
I'm the lead singer of that band, Brett. You can't be in my band.
What the hell?
My name of my Creed tribute band is My Sacrifice, a tribute to Creed.
My sacrifice. Yeah,
man, I do miss karaoke a lot. We need to go karaoke.
I
don't even know. There's nowhere around me that has it anymore. I don't think. The place I used to go isn't even open anymore. So
there's a place up here in Lakewood that's called Corky's. They do.
Oh yeah, I've been to Corky's once, but I didn't sing. It was so busy. I didn't get a chance to.
It's a big area. I've sang a few songs at Corky's, mostly. I think it was like Flogging Molly songs, which they're going back out on tour, sir. I'm so excited. Cool. You know who they're coming with?
I don't.
The fucking Violent Femmes.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And Me First and the Gimme Gimme.
I know who that is, but I can't remember the name of the.
They're like a punk cover band. And then there's like Thick. The names of the bands that's going to be with me. That's going to be like the first band.
I think like most people, I only know one Violent Femme song, but it would still be fun to see them play live.
Oh, yeah, that's why I'm going to go. Tickets go on. I'm getting my tickets tomorrow. I get paid, and there's a pre-sale tomorrow. That's so cool. Once I can find a promo code, I'm definitely getting that.
Of all the shows I'm thinking about going to, I wouldn't mind going to the Coheed show. However, the Bowling for Soup show is definitely the number one on my list for sure. I wish they'd be a little closer to me though, because they're gonna be in Warrendale, Pennsylvania. But
okay,
yeah, we checked it. We looked at it before. It's like 2 hours from me. It's north of Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay, so
I'm still hoping they put more dates together in September, but I don't know. But
yeah,
because I haven't seen them in a long time, and I know most of their songs, and that would be the most fun of all those concerts I'm thinking of going to. I mean, some of those festivals are freaking great. There's some great festival lineups this summer, but
yeah, I'm gonna probably take a year and wait till I get some vacation time, and then like pick and choose different things I want to go to next year with my vacation time.
If what happened at the baseball games, any kind of precursor to what's going to happen to me if I stay in the heat a long time, I can't even do a festival. I'm going to die.
Yeah, Andrew Law, get on it. Get this boy skinny again. God damn it, get him skinny. You need Andrew Law to admit.
Well, he would just beat me up. That's what happened. I just go to classes and get beat up and puke on the mats, and then I get yelled at for puking on the mat. Dude, it would be so bad. The first 100 not want to go. I'd have to be like, listen. If I go to that gym to start working out, I probably have to do like at least 3 months of other stuff before I even think about going back there and getting on the mats because I don't want to puke on their mats.
You should go to jiu-jitsu, dude. Like you just basically lay there.
Not right away. Not right away.
Yeah, you can.
Judo's just getting up and down the whole time. That's what's.
Yeah, but
you don't think it's that big a deal?
You lay on your back for most of it. Like 90% of the class is laying on your back and taking positions. So
I can do that. I can be a bottom.
Well, yes, we all know that already. But you have no ass, so you're not desirable on Grindr whatsoever. That's the problem.
It's I wasn't talking about that, but I don't like. I'm just gonna say real quickly. I just never liked being on bottom. I hate it. Always hated it. Not hate. I mean, I just never. That was never my choice. That's never the way I like to do things. I like to be in a control position, and that's already too
Eh,
much information. But you get it. You get it. I'm the top.
um, I've actually like
Now
I
everyone's grossed
enjoy.
out.
Uh, I enjoy like during like class. I love being on the bottom because it's just basically you rest, you get whatever's done to you, and then you do it yourself. And that's what I like. That's what I like jujitsu is like it's a lazy thing to practice because if you want like to have some fun, learn something, jujitsu is the perfect thing for that, man. Perfect.
Sure, and that's definitely something that we're not too old to do. You just
No,
take it easy, take it on your own pace. Do your own thing.
yeah,
You know.
that's what I do.
Mm.
So I need to get back to classes though. Like I haven't been to Rev in a while. So
Yeah, I just need to get to the gym because I just don't want to die. I have a sleep study to do. I talked to those people today. They're sending me some weird contraption that I have to sleep with for 3 days, 3 nights, and then send it back. I have a feeling it's not going to go very well, but I already know I have sleep apnea, and like it would be the world's biggest miracle. Or actually, if they said I didn't have sleep apnea, I would assume the thing didn't work correctly because I mean like I have to. I'm always tired. I wake up in the middle of the night screaming. Did I tell you what
oh
happened
god,
when we went to Cleveland? Apparently,
no.
I was in a room, twin beds. I had one bed. My buddy Cameron had the other one, and you met Cameron, and we were sleeping. And apparently the next morning, uh, he's told everybody, he's like, dude, you scared the hell out of me last night. I'm like, what? He's like, all of a sudden I get woken up to the sound of you going, oh no, not the 38. And then,
No,
then he just hit the pillow and goes straight back to sleep. I'm like, I don't remember that at all. Sometimes when I yell shit, I remember it, but I didn't remember. Oh no, not the 38. And my brother's like, what do? I'm like, I don't even know. I'm like, I know 38 is a gun. Yeah, a lot of things I do concuss me living my life. I'm well aware of that. Yeah, yeah, a lot of
Shit,
things. High
Permani
blood
Brothers
pressure.
probably. I was gonna say Permani
That
Brothers
too.
probably added about or took off a year on your track to diabetes, especially
Not
with that
that
bread.
bad, really. It was ham and egg and bread and
Well, I'm talking about the bread
fries.
in general, like
Bread's so
the
good. Bread's the
carbohydrates.
best part. Anyway, but I don't know. Thinking about 38 caliber guns isn't really like a thing in my life. So I said it's more likely that like I was like I don't know. There was like a cover band 30 or DJ in my dream playing 38 special, right? Playing Caught Up in You, and I'm like, no, I don't want to hear a 38. No.
Uh, uh, maybe the
Years
black
ago,
jared pills will help. Who knows?
maybe.
Maybe.
Hey, like I said, they definitely help with the with my acid reflux is a big deal. But it's just too. It's. I've been trying to spread them out for that reason. Like I don't take it every day because I will run out faster, and I don't want to buy it all the time.
Yeah.
38 Special came to the place I showed you the other day by my house, the Kent State Performing Arts Center, Kent Tusk.
Yeah.
They came there a couple years ago. I got my mom tickets. This is probably the coolest gift I ever got her. She liked that. She had fun. I didn't go, but she went.
My mom actually, I think, yeah, she saw Tom Petty like a couple of weeks before he died.
Oh, really?
It was like, yeah, on her birthday, she got to go see him and Joe Walsh.
Oh, cool.
Lucky bitch. Like I would have died to go to that show. That would have been a fun ass show to see, man. Because there's the biggest concert, like legends wise, I've ever seen is AC/DC. I got to see them once back in 09, and it was so dope. So dope.
Yeah.
So good, sir.
Think about that. The old acts, you got to do research. Can their singer still sing? If their singer can still sing, then it's a good show. Because the guys can still play their instruments. Maybe they have to change the keys every once in a while, but besides that, they can still sing. Some of those old guys can still sing, man.
Yeah, Steve Perry is one of those guys that apparently can't anymore. Like, I guess he lost his falsetto, which is horrifying to like think about.
Yeah, and so did the
Filipino kid.
So did the people that when I saw Journey, they had like the guy they had right after. His name's Steve O'Gary, and he blew his voice out during the tour I was on. I didn't know until years later. I was wondering why I kept leaving the stage, and like the drummer was singing. I'm like, what's going on? I didn't know until later on that like his voice was blowing out and he couldn't finish the tour. So I was there when that was happening.
When my voice goes out on the stage, I am not gonna be.
So I was trying to see what the Performing Arts Center what they're gonna have this year, because I just pulled it up, the one right above my house. So do you want to come down on November 20th and 21st to see an evening with Jay Leno in New Philadelphia? Jay Leno in New Philly?
Yeah, as long as like tickets are stupid expensive, which I know they probably will be.
I'll take it back. Take it back. I want to see the Cleverleys. That's a bluegrass band that plays. I think they play covers and stuff. It's a bluegrass band that plays like crazy covers, like pop songs and stuff, but they're bluegrass. Amy Grant.
If Vince Gill isn't there, I'm not gonna go.
Right.
I want some Vince Gill in my life. I've never seen Vince Gill live.
That Golden Girls show, a puppet parody.
That's hilarious.
We need all the weed in the world to watch that.
Fuck yeah. Thank you for smoking my weed. It was so nice to puff and pass.
I didn't get too high. I was all right. I was fun. Easton Corbin, that's a country musician. He's going to be there.
Yeah, I've heard of Easton Corbin.
I'm just reading the ones I know. Richard Marx. We're going to say Richard Marx, the new film.
Richard Marx.
What?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of his. He said some dumb stuff in the last couple years that you're just like, nah, dude, I'm good. Like
Summer, the
you
Donna
hold on
Summer
to your
musical.
career.
You want to see the Donna Summer musical?
Possibly. That would be actually, I think, fun.
That's all the ones. Well, I gotta make sure. I just want to dude. Like, my grandma saw Jay Leno. She said he was. I don't know. He's just such a. He's a legend. He's a legend. Do I think it'd be the greatest comedy show I ever saw? No, not at all. But like but like I said, he's a legend.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool just to say, you saw Jay Leno do stand up, because I was a big fan. I was a Leno kid when I was growing up. I rarely watched Letterman. Letterman, as I got into Letterman, I got older. Or as when I got older, like high school, when like Opie and Anthony would go on there, Jim Norton would show up. Jim Norton was on Jay Leno more, which was always good. And then Otto and George was never on Leno, but he was on Letterman. I think once it was they had him on for Ventriloquist Week. That was
From
back
what?
when he was doing Ventriloquist Week.
Oh, great.
He was like the headliner of that week, and his puppet George had a big heart, and because he's a dirty puppet act, he literally goes, "How do you like my big heart on?" Or "I got my big heart on," and it was perfect. Like everything about him was awesome. He fucked with Letterman while as the puppet, which nobody really did that shit, but Letterman like loved it. He loved Otto. It was so if you've never seen Otto and George, you missed out on a great comic. He's dead now, but a lot of stuff is on YouTube, and it's kind of creepy to see like young Otto and like young George, because it's like it's like you're going into time capsule. I love Otto and George so much.
There's a documentary. I don't know the name of it. It used to be on Netflix.
The Aristocrat.
It's about not that one, but it's about. I've seen that one too. It's about a ventriloquist and this convention that they go to, and it's like people at all levels, like Terry Faber, who's like next to Jeff Dunham is the most famous ventriloquist, I believe. He has a Vegas residency, and then like just like this woman who like this is her hobby, and this white kid who has a black puppet, and he doesn't really get why it's it's interesting. Anyway, it's
check this out.
Funny for like the wrong reasons, but it's just, listen. I'll just have to I'll tell you who recommended it to me, and you'll understand it better. Sean Lynch told me to watch this. And he's like, dude, watch this. It's hysterical. I'm like, all right, I have to watch it. I'm like, this is something. So I don't know. Like, I don't know if I feel bad or like or not. I don't really know the way they're going. Like Terry Faber's the man. Like, he's super talented and he's doing well. But some of the other people is different. But it's just their hobby, though. It's just a thing they like to do. It's not but it's something. Ventriloquism is something.
One of my favorite, most recent SNL skits is
the Seth MacFarlane puppet thing. That's so funny. They're talking about
anytime. Did it like 2 or 3 times, and they had
I saw the first
Vietnam
one.
vet.
The Bill Hader. I was watching that live because I like Seth MacFarlane. I was watching that live, and I laughed so. Man, I don't think I've ever laughed up the heart watching SNL live. I remember a couple times watching SNL live in my life because I remember I was at my grandparents' house and they went to bed, and I was younger and I was watching SNL, and Christopher Walken was on, and they had this crazy skit with a cowbell, and I remember watching that. I mean, watching it, I laughed super hard, but I never expected it to be like the thing it was, right? But I remember watching that, and but yeah, there's another one was the puppet thing. I'm like, this is so hysterical, and I haven't seen anything that funny on SNL in a long time. And the people that are really funny on there now are all leaving. So
yeah, I mean, Kenan Thompson. I have to say this.
I want him to stay.
What?
I want him to stay forever. He's the best.
Well,
he's
my thing is
the best sketch actors in the world. I mean, he
did
it his whole life.
Yeah, he's probably the greatest sketch actor to ever walk onto a stage. Like to me, Kenan Thompson, all that. Kenan,
right? I used to love all that.
Yeah. And then doing like the Mighty Ducks movies as a kid, or he did the second Mighty Ducks movie as a kid.
I think they're bringing him in for season 2. Game Changers. They say they're going to bring everybody back. Yeah, I finished watching Game Changers, and actually the end, I like the end. Overall, I would binge watch. It's super soft, but it's just, I mean, it is good. I mean, listen, the original Mighty Ducks is kind of goofy, but that's fine. But it's also a little bit dark. Like dude, he's an alcoholic, and then he gets he gets a DUI. That's why he has to coach the team and all that stuff. And then he threatens to sue a hockey league because like they tried to take a kid away from one team and make him play for his team. He threatens to sue him. It's like that's a pretty dark stuff. And it's a lot less dark and it's a lot puffier, but I hate watching it for a while, but the end got good. I like the end, the way it ended. I'm not gonna spoil it, but
yeah, once they announce whenever season 2 comes.
Also, they do touch on how crazy youth sports are right now. That's kind of like part of it. How it's just super competitive, and sometimes it's unnecessarily competitive, and they show so much pressure on kids, and unreal, and that's all real. That's not what they're showing. I mean, it's other than the coach who's in it, who's one of the guys from Letterkenny, the blonde guy. He's great in it, but he's I don't. His character is pretty over the top. I don't think the coaches in youth sports are that insane, as far as their attitudes, but as far as the way they coach, maybe, because I've seen it, and it's not fun to watch. It's not at all. It's
you've umpired and
I feel bad for. Yeah, I feel bad for kids. Sometimes, not always. I mean, there's a lot of good coaches out there that and good programs, but like sometimes you see something and you're just like, are they even having fun? Like, that's the main thing, right? I mean, just the chances of it's crazy.
They could be.
Kids get left behind so much now too, because if you don't have like the best coaches and the best training, and you go to the best tournaments, then like you're not going to get looked at by colleges. No. But that's one of the reasons still that I like baseball, the way they do their draft the most, because there's like community college kids get drafted every year, Division III kids get drafted every year, and make the Major League Baseball. So it's one of those things. Even if you don't get a college scholarship right away, you can still be a great ball player because you hit the more. Baseball builds players up, unlike NFL doesn't do that at all. You get one shot, really. You don't make a team, you're done. You're just not. There's no real other minor league. They've tried a couple, but it doesn't really work like that. MMA works like that.
Yeah, and I think that's
team,
gonna.
sure.
I could see MMA, ironically, because like how there's high school boxing teams too. Like you'll have like people
Not
representing
many.
their high schools.
I don't know of any school that has. I mean, I'm sure they exist, but I don't know one of one personally that has one.
There's a few up here where like they'll represent their high schools in like amateur boxing events and stuff. I can see MMA being that way, where like
I guess maybe submission grappling tournaments, but get hitting. Ugh, schools punching each other. That seems kind of rough.
Oh, hey man, it would definitely be. It would definitely make sports more fun.
I could see club dual matches, like submission grappling. I could see that. They could probably be done now. I mean, listen, if someone started a submission grappling club at one of the high schools here, I'm sure kids would join it.
No, Freemasons don't lay bricks, sir. They lay ideas.
They do, and they don't charge a fee.
No. Yes. Well, that's called the alcoholic down the street.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you pay that guy in booze, he'll take you wherever you want. He'll
another great SNL skit. Another great SNL skit is Tom Hanks on Black Jeopardy. I know a guy named Jimmy that's fix anything for $40. I'm like, yeah, that's great.
Oh man, I lost what I was gonna say. I don't know. I was smoking. I'm taking a birthday hit off one of my other chips.
Good. We'll do this whatever you want. It's your birthday. I'm starting to get drunk now.
Cheers, sir.
Before the show.
Cheers to the birthday.
We're such a good show. Ray, what do you think's going to happen with this show? What do you think?
We're going to be the biggest thing.
Anyone listening? What do you think's going to happen? Do you think?
What's our 5-year plan?
Not even 5 years. Just eventually. Do you think we'll fizzle out before anything comes of it? We'll give up on it before anything comes of it. Do you think we'll break up? Do you think one of us will replace the other one before? Or do you think
they bring a Yoko Ono into the whole
thing? We'll keep
thing?
going to the point that we'll actually make a little bit of money off of this? Not life changing money, but maybe. Well, I would get. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. Listen, I'm not. I have very, very, very low. Very low expectations. So, what did Casey say? What did it say? I think hangovers are. Yeah, that's probably right. Yeah, you know what? Though we drink. How often do you get hungover, Ray? Because I mean, like I
very rarely now.
Yeah,
like I pace
a little bit more now because I actually drink less. So a little bit. Sometimes when I go hang out with my brothers, I end up going real deep, and then the next morning I'm like, whoa, I drank a lot. But I shake it off pretty quick.
Yeah, I no sell the headache all day at work. If I'm hungover, like I'll just walk around like looking normal, but like inside it's basically just I look like inside I feel like Forrest Griffin on the first season of Tough, just like all beat up and bloody, but on the outside I look like Anderson Silva knocking out Forrest Griffin. So that's always a good thing. But I know, just show bomb. Let's just show bomb the shit out of the show today, boys and girls. Because I can.
I was reading the comments you don't put up. You don't put them all up. So I know,
because I wasn't able to see them for the longest until I actually, the sun went down. But Casey Jones definitely apparently to have a hangover or two. Having good body weight helps, but I'm like 214 naked, so that
also I take a lot of vitamins too. I don't know if that helps or not. Probably doesn't hurt.
I don't take any. I haven't taken like vitamins in a while. Probably I started on a good regimen and then out.
I ran out of vitamin
So
D, but there's a little bit of vitamin D, a decent amount of vitamin D in the one a days I take. But I was also taking a little bit more separately during the pandemic, and I didn't get sick all year. So I mean,
nice. I did nothing. I went out, I partied, I drank, and enjoyed
man,
the end of the world.
you know it's crazy. I mean, everywhere we went in Pittsburgh, it said wear a mask if you don't have the vaccine. And according to as far as what I saw, everyone in Pittsburgh has the vaccine. Every single person.
I know. Nobody gave a shit.
Oh, cousin Mike.
I knew you would laugh when I saw that. He, he runs around like just when he's on ketamine. He sounds like My Pillow guy. I can touch the Dominion machines in the next dimension. I'm in a K-hole.
Stop doing those voices.
No.
You know, maybe if you get some new ones every once in a while, like one I won't expect. That's what I want. I want you some new impressions that I don't expect. You got any calls for me today? I don't want you to. Don't what?
I've been trying to think of ones. I actually came up with a dominatrix joke today that I'm gonna try out.
Oh, I'm gonna start sending you random celebrities to try to impersonate.
Okay, and then I'll send you a video clip of me trying to do it.
No, don't do that because I don't listen. And then listen, I'm gonna hate it no matter what. But if you're gonna do it, you might as well switch it up every once in a while.
I can only do low voice people. Like really only like.
What do you mean ketamine isn't a vitamin? Isn't that vitamin K? Like what else would it be?
Ask Dave Landau. Have you ever heard that story? I want to get Landau on this show just so we can get that sweet Crowder audience that I've been trying to get for decades.
Oh man,
now.
we're gonna get this super right audience all of a sudden. This hard right audience. Don't hate me, man. Well, it's like, I can pander, but that's about it.
I would love to hear drug stories of Dave Landau's because some of the drug stories I've heard already when he was on Compound Media, oh my God, they were so bad, but so funny.
One of my favorite stories I hear anyone tell in stand up, and if anyone hasn't seen it, check out Dave Landau on This Is Not Happening. It's on YouTube. His
Wolfmaster.
His Wolfmaster story. It's amazing. It's great. And it happened because I asked him after I heard him. I'm like, "This is all true." He's like, "It's all true." I'm like, "All right."
Oh yeah,
I believe him. I believe him anyway. But
I begged him last time I saw him. I begged him, and in case he's.
Well, there you go. That's what I've been doing, man. I haven't been gaining fat. Listen, I'm building a drinking body. Is what I've been doing. All right, it's taken many years. I didn't always have a drinking body. All right, there is. I grew up with one kind of, and then there's a few years where I kind of had like a meth addict's body. It looked like it got pretty close. It was getting weird. Like I got for my size, I got pretty thin at one point. Like I had like dark spots under my eyes and stuff. It was starting getting weird for a minute there. But then, like I've had two different kind of eating disorders. There's one point that I wasn't eating, and now I just always eat. So there you go. What do you want? What do you want from me? It's one or the other, one extreme or the other. So there you go.
Cookie.
What?
Would you like a cookie?
Do you have any cookies?
I do.
Did you hide some in the basement here from Saturday?
No.
I mean, you hit a bunch of crust for some reason. I bet if I look in this chair next to me, but there's a bunch of random shit. Oh, you know what? There's a bunch of random beer in my fridge now, which is fine. It will be drank eventually. I'll probably take it out to my brother's and put it in his beer fridge because it will be drank eventually. I usually don't drink beer here, but it will probably be drank eventually. There's an Iron City in there that I probably won't drink.
Why not? It's actually. Have you ever had Iron City before?
No. I didn't even get like one at the game.
It's like a Miller Lite. I mean, it's not even. Yeah. It's a lager. It's nothing really.
Man, that whole day in Pittsburgh, I didn't drive. Ray drove, and I drank one beer, 116.
You apologized to me, which was hilarious.
I did
because drink more, man. Like what?
Yeah, because you drove. You volunteered to drive, so I was going to be the guy who gets to get tipsy. But I just drank, and it was so hot that I just.
Did you have a good time?
Man. Of course.
That's all that mattered.
The only thing, the sun and the heat. I wish it rained. I wish it did rain. It'd be great if we had rain. When the clouds came over, it was amazing.
Oh,
And eventually the clouds stopped coming.
and then we had the industrial cooling apparatus that was underneath the press pit that was like blowing up at us at certain points. You could smell like the propane freeze, like stuff. It was pretty. It was interesting to be that close to the field like that.
That's a great ballpark.
Mm-hmm. For sure, man.
If I was going to rank I've only been to 3 active ballparks now, and it's probably number 2. And the only reason Fenway is number 3 is because I'm biased for Progressive, obviously, and that's fair. But it's just Fenway's great. It's just like it's a museum. It's a museum, but it's just uncomfortable. It's like the corridors are shallow. You have to walk super far to go to the bathroom. It's an old stadium, right? So what it gains in charm, it definitely doesn't have in perks. But Progressive and PNC aren't like that at all. There's bathrooms every corner and there's concessions everywhere. It's not hard to find anything.
I've technically been to. I'm trying to think. I've been to Old Municipal when that was still a thing. Three River Stadium.
I've been to Synergy and Three Rivers too, but they're no longer existing. So
yeah,
I don't remember Three Rivers. I just remember being there.
Oh my God. I was actually just talking about this movie. Oh yes, it's called Freon. Thank you, Casey, for I couldn't remember what it's called. But remember the movie Freddy Got Fingered?
Yeah. Man, how famous
Casey Jones just won the comment war today.
Oh yeah.
The comment battle goes to Casey Jones. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages?
Sure.
Oh, one of my favorite movies ever. I was talking about that.
I love that last podcast that Tom Green did with Rogan when he was like 4 hours and he was hammered drunk and started doing push-ups. It was great. That's what that's how I want our podcast to be every time. I want people to just be on here and just want to get drunk with us and just start doing push-ups. That's what I want.
That's I can't. I've never actually been able to do a push-up or a pull-up. I don't know why.
You've never been. It's like the way your arms are or something.
Possibly. I could do
listen. I can do a pull-up until I was 25, and I can't do one now. But yeah, I had to get in shape for me to be able to do any pull-ups, and I can only do like one at a time.
I couldn't even do one in high school.
I couldn't either. Until like I said, 25. But push-ups, I can do push-ups now. Not a ton. I could probably do maybe 5 right now.
Yeah, I think the most I was able ever to do push-up wise was like in a row was like 40.
That's me too. My back goes out before anything else. Even when I was in shape, like my arms would be fine. Just my back, my spine goes like this in the middle, so it would hurt. So my brother just found out his spine doesn't connect to his hips. Yeah, there's a gap there, and like he's never had an X-ray before until recently.
I just had a horrible. I thought.
What?
you like kick him right in the hip. His like the bottom of his body goes one side, and his fucking.
I hope not, man. That's what I'm afraid of.
That would be so like horrific to watch.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing.
There's
nothing to do about it now. They said maybe when he gets older, he can put a plate in there if his pain gets bad. But he had back problems when he was younger, and he went to a chiropractor, but they never took X-rays. So it's weird they didn't have an X-ray machine there. But yeah, I remember him having back problems when he was a kid. He was playing football. It's one of the reasons he quit football. Not the only reason. He liked to drink and smoke weed. So that happened too. But he forgot you can do both. Listen, this is high school football in Ohio. You can do whatever you want. Right? Look at what happened in Steubenville. They almost got away with that. How many high schools got away with that kind of thing?
A lot. I mean, even my hockey team, there were guys doing like
There's a story when I was in school, something that happened, and I think the only guy who got in trouble was the guy who took a video of it. He got in trouble.
Why would you videotape anything?
You're 17. You think it's funny? He was young and stupid and did something stupid, but because they were underage, that's why that happened. I don't know, but everyone else involved, because it was consensual technically. So Anyway, but everyone heard about it, and that girl changed schools. And I mean, listen, I'm not. You can fill in the blanks on your own. It's pretty much
One
what you
guy
think
was a
it is.
Duke
I mean,
lacrosse player. Like, it was
what
a
kind of
bad time.
yeah, dude. Again, it's funny. You say Duke lacrosse, everyone knows what you're talking about. But how many people know that they didn't do anything? It was all made up.
Yeah.
People forget that part.
Well, oh yeah, but at the same time, I mean, it's still kind of a tragic thing that happened. But my
Nothing happened.
favorite story, I ever heard, like from my high school sports wise, was on the track team in like the 40s. They were hazing kids by throwing them out of the back of the bus naked, and the cops were called. And this kid naked climbed the flagpole outside the old high school, slipped down, and the spike that like you wrap around, like the string around when you like place the flag, went right up his ass. It was like the 40s, and it was still talked about to this day, which is just what the fuck, man. And apparently there was a chicken coop at my high school's old location. But yeah, like my coach would always every year tell that fucking story, and it never got old.
Apparently, go ahead.
Just because of how horrific that visual is. I love that.
Yeah, for sure. Apparently, in the 80s, there at the football stadium or my high school that I went to, there was a big Quaker head, and the nickname is the Quakers. It had a big like looked like the Quaker Oats guy head kind of. It was I don't know what it was made out of, but it was in the stadium. I don't know. I never saw it, but one year Dover Philly Week, kids from Dover climbed up on a pole and stole it, which is hilarious. But I never. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, that's it. That's all I heard. I never.
They Simpsons themselves. They just stole the head.
Yeah, I guess. I did watch the episode of South Park today. The Simpsons did it episode. It was kind of funny.
It's a funny ass episode.
There's another thing. Oh, this happened because I've said this before. The high school I went to. I didn't forget. I'm 3 years old.
You still go to high school games. You're technically still in high school.
That's not true. I do go to games though. Anyway, they have a rivalry with the team across. They've been playing for 100+ years, and it's fun. It's a fun week. They play each other. But when I was in high school, one of the kids that was playing quarterback got a girl pregnant, and the kids at the other school made all these T-shirts that says "Who's your daddy," making fun of the fact that he got this girl pregnant. Yeah, like looking back, I'm like, that is so mean.
Mean. That is the greatest heckle ever.
I mean, they got in trouble from their own school, right? They got in trouble, but yeah, they did. Totally. The funny thing is, last year, the year before, I was at the game, and that guy was there with his 15-year-old daughter. Like, wow. That kid, she's 14 now. Yeah. And that girl was sitting behind me and talking to someone about that. That's what reminded me of it. I forgot that happened. She's like, yeah, they wore T-shirts. I'm like, that is so mean. Especially when you look now, I'm like, it's a teenager. The kid's a teenager now. So that's rough. That one was rough. But anyway, that's how mean, how much we didn't like each other and still don't. But apparently it's a little calmer now than it used to be. There used to be fights. We used to not be allowed to go over to Dover, the other town, and during lunch because we had open lunches and we weren't allowed to go. Yeah. Because anyway, it was fun. And apparently there's a lot of vandalism, high school vandalism. That's fun, right? Nice, good old fashioned high school vandalism.
High school vandalism is the best, I think, especially when it's done
of all the kinds of vandalism.
Students.
Right.
Especially when, like students on student prank day or something like that.
It's pep vandalism, right? Peppy vandalism is the best vandalism, right? Spirit. Speaking of that, let's do Hero of the Week.
All right, let's do Hero of the Week, my friend. Who you got as your runners up?
Man, I had some, but I kind of forget. I forgot them all. When I don't write them down, I forget. What did I have this week? I don't remember. The only one I remember is the winner. I have to clear this up. Listen, because we do this show on Tuesday, Hero of the Week is Tuesday to Tuesday. That's important for this one because I think it's happened either today or yesterday. I can't remember my runners up. Panini Brothers has a good sandwich, so they get some love. But there's some other ones, man. I forget. Oh, I forget. Doesn't matter. Not important. But I remember the hero of the week, and his name's been all over sports news today. You may have heard about this already. Carl Nassib. Carl Nassib is my hero of the week. Defensive lineman for the Las Vegas Raiders.
A town that'll definitely for sure embrace that guy, no matter what team, no matter who's on that team.
Everyone's going to embrace him now, man. I mean, look, just anyone who wouldn't embrace him, it'd be a problem now, right? But listen, and that's
still have it.
The way we, at least compared to what it used to be not long ago, coming out and people being, that's not a thing, and it's not a big deal anymore. I mean, some people it is, but the fact that it is for athletes, especially mostly male athletes, it's a big deal, and it's unfortunate. So the fact that like Carl Nassib is the first active NFL player who's on a team, on a roster currently, to say, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gay." That's a big deal, right? And he did you see his Instagram post? Because it was perfect the way what he said.
Yeah,
like, hey,
I saw
by
it.
The way, he's like, I'm a private person, but representation's important. So I'm just like, hey, everybody, by the way,
I have no problem with it. Like, I really
why
don't
would you
care.
have a problem with it? Problem with what?
Because like I know there will be people. I would love to have seen the comment section. By the way, would have loved to have seen the comment section of that live video. I might watch it later, and we'll talk about it later in the week.
I mean, at this point, all those people are just monsters. You can't defend with them. You can't defend them at this point. You never really could. But like, yeah, it's just good. Good. He used to play for the Browns. He was. We cut him because he was with us when we weren't winning. I think he played those 2 years. We won one game. And I liked him. He was good. I was actually disappointed he got cut, but we didn't have room for him. But then he right away went to Tampa Bay, and now he's with Las Vegas. He's a good player. He was at Penn State. But that's my first thing. Is my first. Womp womp womp. My first thing. No, he was long gone by the time he played there. First thing I thought was like that poor guy. Like, I mean, the fact that he's just now coming out. I mean, the fact. So I don't know when he realized he was gay, but he just had to feel like he had to completely hide it because football's such a macho sport through high school and college and these years in the NFL. He just felt like he had to not be himself or like hide part of himself because of this. But the fact that now we're at a place that he can be like, yeah, by the way, yeah. And you know what? I honestly think this is going to get some attention for a little bit, but I think it will mostly kind of like breeze over or whatever. It just kind of maybe after a year he'll be the one out gay guy in the NFL for a minute. But I hope other people come out too, because statistically there has to be more. You'd assume so. So I'm happy. I'm happy he did it. Good for him. Yeah, that's why he's hero of the week. And this is like the one hero of the week that I think is actually some kind of hero in some way or other. This is it's great. I'm happy he did it, and I hope he feels better too, because now it's just kind of off his chest, right? Not something he has to hide anymore. He's like, yeah, this is the thing. And now we're at a point that if anyone had a problem with it, then they're going to be the ones with the problem, not him, right? So I'm sure it'll be fine.
I think honestly, if you really look at it and how this whole thing's played, if he wins, and if the Raiders, because the Raiders have never really been a good team, and now they're
always middle of the road. They're always a couple games from the playoffs, but not quite there.
Yeah, that's where it's like
every year they're like 8-9 wins right in the middle there.
Although it'll prove to me that the NFL is rigged if the LA Raiders go to the Super Bowl this year after the gay thing. That would be kind of funny. You book it that way. He gets like 8 sacks.
They have Khalil Mack. They have some good players, man. They actually underperformed last year. decent team. They have a cool stadium. I would love to go see.
Dude, that stadium is so cool from the outside. I got to
The
see it
Death
in
Star. Right? They call it the
February.
Death Star. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. I think they come to Cleveland this year. That'd be cool if they played in Vegas. That'd be fun to go see.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, Carl Nassib, good for you, man. Good for you. And representation is absolutely important. How many kids do you think are high school right now who are gay and feel like they can't tell anyone, and a lot of and they play sports because they play sports, and not or even college because they play sports, feel like they can't tell anyone. So the fact that there's an NFL player that's like, hey, yeah, this isn't a big deal. This is how I live my life. Now let's play football, right? It's huge. It's a huge thing to them. It's huge to them. So yeah, good for Carl Nassib.
Yeah, man. Again, it's good for him. I'm glad that there's good actual representation and not just like
and a legitimately solid player. He's not a superstar, but he's a good. I think he's a starter. He plays a lot. Like he's a good player. So,
no, yeah, like I said, he's a good player. If if it's not about, because I don't like when they make it just all about that. Is he a good player on top?
He didn't.
Of being.
He didn't. This is all he did, and it's probably all he really wants to talk about it. He probably is aware that he'll have to talk more about it, but I mean, geez, it's much better than him keeping it in his whole career.
No, I agree with you. Live your truth, but at the same time, like like to me, that stuff never meant anything. Like I hate the fact that like that's becoming everything that people are about in a way. Like if you're just a good person, I'm fine with you. Like I don't care who you are, what you do. Just be a good person. That's all I ask. It's all. I have very minimal standards for people I like. Just be a good person. Don't tell me what to do. Don't be a baby like Habib, and make your life. Just be a person. That's all I ask. I don't really care if you're gay, straight, trans. It doesn't matter.
Have you been looking at these comments? Because we have some questions. They're legitimate.
I do. Yeah. There's one Tim Raiders fan. You're a
No, I'm Browns fan. No, I'm Browns fan. And he played for the Browns. Carl Nassib played for the Browns. He was drafted by the Browns out of Penn State. Played for the Browns for a while. But what was the other one? The Kangaroo Jack with the Tyson Fury.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, actually, it was a question after we were done with the Hero of the Week segment. Yeah, this is actually a really good question that I saw that hit me. Kangaroo Jack, is there any guy that can beat Tyson Fury in our opinion? And
in boxing,
I think he's meaning in the boxing world.
Yeah.
So I'll let you give your answer, and then I'll give mine.
No. Okay. The one person that could beat Tyson Fury is Tyson Fury. And he's done it before, right? He's had battles with depression and alcoholism and whatnot.
Punching himself in the head.
Sure, that too. That will do it. But no. As long as he's focused and in shape, and I mean, listen, Wilder can knock him out. It's not impossible, But he's a much better boxer than he is. He really is. Wilder listen, he could knock out anyone in the world. However, and Tyson Fury, that first fight, I mean, he came back from the dead from those knockouts. I think he may have been the only person on earth who could have gotten up from those knockdowns. So he's a beast. He's a monster. He's so technical and he's so good. No, not at all.
Oh, the one I don't know what that is.
Grand Theft Auto character, I guess. Do you?
I do. I wear I think you've seen me in the pink shirt that I have with chameleons on it.
Probably.
I have a summer shirt that has that, and I look like I should be an extra in a Grand Auto cutscene. It's the way I look, or I could be Mad Max or Mad Max's. It's. Whoa! I think.
You're breaking up. What are you saying?
I said I think Bon Qui is drunk, saying I look like Justin Timberlake.
And we're not. Uh, yeah, but listen, that's like Justin Timberlake. If what? Justin Timberlake, if he wanted a bender for like 8 years, right?
I was
If he
about to say
just
he was
ate
found
Panani
in a
Brothers
lake.
sandwiches,
He was
right?
found in a lake.
Right. If he was trapped in a Wendy's freezer with only to eat Wendy's for 18 years, and he came out and yeah, maybe, and then his eyesight went bad too. All those things together.
I
It's
think that
gonna
would be
be
a great
Ray.
sketch.
What?
My name is Ray.
Yeah, it is.
It
Okay.
is.
Were you interrupting me at one point? You probably were.
Probably
Yeah.
because
Don
even
King
Bunk
beats
Weekly
all
says that you
heavyweights.
interrupt me too much.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true. Don King is the undefeated champion of boxing. Even when he gets sued, he still wins somehow.
Wait, no,
It's
that's
funny.
not the comment I wanted. I don't even know who that is. Leonard Ellerby, I think
Yeah, I
is
don't know
the
who that
name.
is either.
But yeah, Don King beats all financially, according to Bun Kui, and that is true. More Don King has made more money off of other boxers whenever getting in the ring.
Like, like what he did to the Klitschko's, man. Jeez. And
What do I think about him?
no. I said no. Just what he did was nuts. And like, there's a story where they were saying like he was pretending to play piano or something. He had like a rigged up piano that played itself, and he was pretending that for the Klitschko's that he was playing and telling them how great of a piano player he was.
Tyson Fury, to me, is one of the greatest shit talkers to come into the game and back it up. That's why I love Tyson.
Sure, man.
Like,
isn't that a great
everything he says-
combination? Someone who's quick and just someone who's a great crash talker and is great at their sport. That's great. You don't get too many of those, man. You don't too. I mean, I'm not going to call him a heel because like he's not. He's a hero. I mean, I love him, man. But
He's a tweener.
there are a few people that are. We talked about it. Just us recently, just like because you're a wrestling fan, but like as far as real competitive sports go, I won't say real sports, competitive sports.
Thank you,
Ray. Yeah. Go heels, man. And you had a good one. You said Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens was a heel for a long time in football. He was great at it. But Colby Covington is one of the best right now. But there's another one in my favorite sport and baseball. Trevor Bauer has become the biggest heel in baseball, and it's kind of great.
Yeah, I've seen certain things. By the way,
well, I mean, it's the same thing as Klitschko and Wilder do the same thing as Fury and Wilder. If he does not knock him out, he's not going to outbox them. He's not going to outpoint them. He has to have one big shot to knock them out the exact same way. And the Klitschko's are both such defensive fighters that it's super, super hard to do that to them.
Yeah.
You know, that's so I understand. Let's understand that there's a whole lot of boxing is 90% ducking. Like we talked about that before. Like it's not like MMA. It doesn't do the same way. That's why I said like a 14-6 record in MMA. If you're fighting tough guys, is a pretty respectable record. In boxing, you're like 15-6. Who the hell you been fighting, man? Because like you had a good prospect. You have him fight Puds. Tomato cans, right? Until he's like 25-0 with 25 knockouts, and then maybe you give him a money fight, right? So yeah, there's a lot of ducking in boxing. Of course, he ducked a Klitschko. So like I said, it's not a good matchup for him. It wasn't. It still probably isn't.
But yeah, Tyson to me, when it comes to Tyson Fury, in my lifetime of watching boxing, I've never seen a better fighter. I've never seen a guy in the heavyweight division, especially, which is predicated on power. It's not predicated on just straight up skill. Tyson Fury to me is since maybe Tyson, because early heavyweight Tyson could like evade people. He was slipping, he was sliding, he was getting in there. He was heavy handed even at 19 years old. But like, I don't know, Tyson 6'9". Dude, like when you see because when he was fighting Deontay in that second fight, it looked better than the first fight. He looked like he's still kind of working off the ring rust and everything after being out for a couple of years. But that second fight, I mean, Tyson Fury looked like like nothing had changed out of his
Well, yeah,
game.
and he said it. He said he realized how to beat him at the end of the first fight, and he was 100% right. Obviously, I mean, he went to him because he couldn't fight up his going backwards. Was that what it was? And this way, he put
Yeah.
on weight so he could lean on him. Yeah, because when he weighed in, everyone was like, "Geez, you weighed in big," but he was great. He looked fantastic. And are you gonna get the next one? I mean, I probably will. I mean,
I'm definitely gonna get one in July. I think it's what July, like
it's the end of
July
July,
10th.
I think. I don't know. I saw it earlier. I'm not sure. We'll talk about it when it gets closer. But
Oh yeah, we'll definitely. And I want to rewatch the last like 4 Tyson Fury fights on that as well. And
dude, we
Lennox
need to get
Lewis is a
Nikolai
legend
Fury.
heavyweight. Well,
We
yeah, I
need to get
mean,
Nikolai
you bring up
Fury.
Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, sure.
Lennox will always be the last great unified world champion, and like Klitschko is not a great. He was kind of like
No.
he fought the Russian style, which is hold and
I
try and make your guy
kind of
submit.
stopped paying attention to heavyweight boxing. I agree with that too. We'll talk about that in a second. But
Agreed. No, yeah,
I just got to stop paying attention with heavyweight box after Lennox Lewis because it was just the Klitschko's and they were boring. Right? So then Fury came in and now it's great again, right? And there's a handful of guys that I love to watch. I'm excited when I see Andy Ruiz fight or when Joshua's fighting. You know, those guys are all great. Wilder and Fury. Those 4 guys,
even Ortiz, Ortiz fights were pretty good.
The first one was good, and the second one he knocked him out in the forehead, which
I know that was a sick fight.
But yes, Bond's comment here. Can you put it up again?
Which one was it? The last one?
The last one, the unification one.
Yes,
100%. I mean, as far listen. If there's a contractual obligation for it just is. You have to do it for Tyson to give him the fight. You have to do it. But yes, as a fan, absolutely, I don't want this to happen. Absolutely, I wanted that fight in August to happen with Joshua. 100%. Because now I think there's a chance that may never happen. Because you feel like Fury can retire at any minute. I really hope that he just has the drive to beat Joshua after he beats Wilder. I really hope that he just has it in him. He says, I really want to make sure everyone knows that I'm the best, and I had to do that. I have to beat Joshua, and I hope it happens. It's going to happen in August now. It probably won't happen till the winter or maybe longer.
I would say New Year's, maybe around New Year's time.
It's a bummer. But 100% agree with you, sir. Like, I absolutely want it to happen because it hasn't happened since Lennox Lewis. Absolutely. And yes, because for a long time, it's because the Klitschko brothers won't fight each other, and 2 belts worth one, 2 belts worth the other. It made sense. But now that's not the case anymore. Fight each other, and they had it, and then all of a sudden, this judge, listen, it's not the judge's fault. The judge goes through the contract, and the arbitration judge. I'm sure they made a decision that was right. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know much about contracts as far as that goes, but I'm sure the decision was probably made that was probably correct as far as the contract went. But and good for Wilder for saying, dude, no, I should get this fight. If he wants to fight, take the fight. I do. Again, I don't think he'll win. I just hope Fury kicks his ass, and then I hope Wilder beats whoever he's fighting, and then hopefully winter this thing happens.
This is a question actually. Is Mayweather a bad influence on the sport of boxing? No, and I'll tell you why.
Not at all.
Boxing has always been its own worst enemy. So it's true. Yeah, boxing has always been. It's like Dana when he came along, took the boxing model and just like kicked it up so it could match MMA.
Well, the promoters are the ones that have always torn it apart. It's never been the fighters ever. I mean, even when it's super controversial with people like Tyson and the things he did, and so it never took away from people wanting to watch his fights. Not really, man. You still want to watch that guy fight. Same thing with Mayweather. No, I mean, what way are you talking? You're just talking about how he is in general and the things that he's done. Yeah, he's not perfect, but he's a hell of a salesman, man. He's a hell of a promoter. He's a smart business guy, and he's a hell of a fighter. Hell of a fighter.
Yeah. And this is I'm going to disagree on this one as well.
It's a question.
But it's did Mayweather inspire YouTubers to compete in boxing to gain fame? No, because here's why. His dad was a boxer. His uncle was a boxer, really great professional boxer. And it was just in his thing. Yeah, sure. When everything kind of shit talky, YouTubers were perfect for that. YouTubers were fantastic for that, sir. But and then I don't know. Do you know who Timothy Bradley is?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Uh,
He
it,
fought
it,
Pacquiao a couple times.
so there's this
I don't
question.
know. I don't know. How old is Timothy Bradley now? I don't know. He's getting older. I don't know. Only thing I really remember about Timothy Bradley, he's a good commentator, is that he beat Pacquiao, and but the judges said he didn't. I thought or it was a draw. I can't remember, but I think he got robbed in that Pacquiao fight. He might fight him more than once. Might have fought him. I don't remember. Something like that. What are we talking about? Oh, Mayweather and the YouTube. No, I mean, listen. If the YouTubers were inspired by how much money he made, then sure. I mean, just the fact that like, oh, this guy shit talks and he makes a lot of money. And listen again. I don't give those guys shit at all. For listen, if people are paying for it, go ahead and sell it. As far as the boxing goes. So I mean, listen, is it silly? Yeah, it's silly, but people are paying for it. And am I interested in Tyron Woodley and Jake Paul? Unfortunately, yes. I'm. Fortunately, yes, I want to watch that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, good for them. I say it all the time. I mean, if people want to buy it, sell it, man. Especially if you're into it, go for it, man. I don't see
everybody likes a good freak show.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody likes
you know what,
a good freak show.
And you know what? I want to see how it ends, especially with Jake, because Jake's not a bad athlete. He's not a bad boxer. He's legitimately training to beat these people. He's legitimately putting in a legitimate camp to fight Tyron Woodley. So I mean, I want to see how this ends, and like how long until people just don't want to watch him box anymore. Is it after he loses one? Maybe not, because he's super popular. So I don't know. It's an interesting freak show. Listen, isn't really surprised anyone. The fact that how it's reality television, how successful that is. Does it really surprise anyone that this is selling these kids boxing each other or boxing? No, not really. It's just how the kind of thing the way we do things.
People pay money for it, man. You know what though that we didn't have to pay money for, but your basement did take a toll because there's
somebody over here lose a bunch. I don't know. We're gonna do. All right, hold on. I gotta get more drink. It's Ray's birthday episode. Everybody, happy birthday, Ray!
Yay! It's my birthday. I even have my birthday crown. And no, Tyler, no, he cannot. We all know he cannot start a good rap career. I've heard his shit. It's not good. Not good at all. I do kind of look also like an alcoholic teddy bear right now, so that's fun. But yeah, you guys, I want to real quick also. Oh, thank you, Bunqueequee. I appreciate it very much. So I'm gonna put my birthday crown on for everybody. I got this at Party City today. It's my birthday. It's Grand Shahi's birthday, everybody. But we'd like to also, real quick, for anybody that joined the live stream on Saturday, you guys fucking rock. And I'm going to tell you why. We had at the end of it, I know a lot of other people get me streams, but for us being so new to the live streaming game, we are yeah, King Ray. I try. That should be I look like King Hippo, right? So that's from Punch Out. But here's the thing. I want to get all of you while Tim's going to get a drink. I just ordered one for myself because I'm outdoors. I'm just enjoying the summer day after work, talking to you guys about MMA. It's fun times. We're actually going to get into the fights here soon. Comments, leave your questions in the comments section for the fights because we'll be bringing up his Majesty. Thank you. I get the reference and I love it. But no, seriously though, and I want to look into the camera while I do this instead of looking at the comments. we had a very successful live stream. It's because of people like you guys watching us and commenting on the things we do, seeing how we do everything. We had a good amount of people for just starting the live stream. 6 months, I think we did this. 6 months in, Tim can help me answer. We've been doing it for about maybe 6 or 7 months. Live streaming.
Yeah, I don't know. Something
Probably
like that,
around 6 or 7 months.
All I know is that we started doing it because Ray didn't want to edit videos anymore, and that's fine. But that also the MMA holes decided they wanted to find some people to help out, and they found us, which we're very grateful for, and that's how that happened.
Yes,
because of that. If we weren't doing that, then we wouldn't have landed with them. So.
Exactly. It was definitely a step in the right direction, and Saturday also was, I think, a very good step in the right direction because you guys made our first ever watch along stream a success. I mean,
unfortunately, because that means we have to do it again. Which, oh man.
But hey, man, we can do it as long as it's like, again, we early shows. We start exactly when it begins or 10 minutes before, so we can at least be on there, talk about it, get everything going. But
the thing we need if we had a stream producer for it, we need someone to help us out on that end. And we have some people that can help. Hopefully, we'll figure that out. We have other things we want to do too. That, and we also want to I don't know if crash is the right word, but when I go to this amateur card that's happening, I don't know exactly where it's happening. It's somewhere in Northeast Ohio. But I know some people involved in that, and I think we're gonna go do some stuff there. I haven't asked yet, but because I don't know where it is yet or when it is for sure. But we're gonna go there with. It's Cage Thunder. I don't know the name of the promoter. Our dude Scott. I can get a hold of Scott, and Scott. I can ask through Scott. And but I don't think it'll be a problem. And we can do, I don't know, we'll interview, we can do a setup, we can do like a college game day type of thing when we just do the setup at the table and do stuff and try to have people pop in and out and have some fun. That'd be fun. We would need some help, of course, but I think we have some people that would help us out if they're free.
I think that would be a great thing to do a live. I want to have us do
live. The live would be well, it's not impossible. I don't know how to do it though. I'm sure other people we know how to do it, but I don't know how to do it. Not like that. I know how to run a webcam off my laptop
too.
I think we could. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that done because I'm sure they have other people. But yeah, because there's another podcast that was doing that, going to shows. So they kind of stopped doing shows. I don't know if they're going to start up now because there's MMA shows going on. They're going to be like, oh yeah, we were doing this before, let's do it again, although we haven't done a podcast in a long time. When there's these guys over here that were doing shows when one person was watching and it was me.
Now we have 3 watching at once. So
we're going so well.
We are. We've had people pop in and out, which is actually kind of cool. But no, seriously though, I was blown away by like the end of the show, or like half through. I noticed that we had we do an amazing amount of likes. Like holy shit, people were leaving likes and getting
not too many people stuck around though. I mean, you scared them away, but that's fine.
Possibly.
It could have been.
It also might have been the water stain too. You never know. Could have been the water stain as well.
That's really just chip paint. It's not really a water stain.
But no, yeah. And I think what we're gonna do is every 3 months we'll pick a card and do a live stream together in the same room, because that's really the only way we can do it.
Is it?
Because there's like a 30-second, dude. There's maybe a 30-second delay between you and I.
Well, we didn't try it. We didn't try it correctly. Because when we did it last time, one of us was watching it on the ESPN stream. One of us was watching on the ESPN Plus stream.
Yeah. Well, I don't have like ESPN on my cable. So
Well, that's fine. No, I mean, if we're both on the ESPN Plus stream, then it'd be okay. I think, or closer. I don't know.
I do.
Probably. I don't know. I don't know. It's probably like it probably still be. I mean, even if it's a couple seconds, it'd be a problem. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably be better if we were together. But then that means we have to be together in the same room, and you're gonna leave a mess. Like
I will.
So.
And it'll just stack up, and we'll at the end of the year we show
have
this
pile of Ray's live stream trash.
It turns into an Alan Jackson song, a pyramid of cans, just like chilling by an old ass recliner that you have to walk through glass to get to.
Okay, I like when we were getting questions. I like questions.
People have left, sir.
Okay,
they've all gone. Okay. It's no longer.
You scared them away again.
I did. It's the beard. I think I'm gonna get rid of the beard once I get the hair back. I think I'm gonna alternate facial hair
everything.
Configure.
Go full alopecia. Eyebrows, everything.
Oh God, no! If I had alopecia, I'd probably there'd be a Glock in my mouth. Just
shave everything.
I love my hair too much.
Shave everything but your pubes. So the next girl you're with, like she thinks you have alopecia, then surprise, there's this giant jungle down there. Got you.
It's like a briar patch.
This was a choice. Yeah.
Just I was too funny for myself there for a minute.
The thing about us going through these fights, Ray, is we kind of already talked about all these fights because we did this shit Saturday. Some great knockouts, man. Matt Brown. I just watched Matt Brown again, and it's great. It's so good. It's great, you know. And then he's like, "How's that for 40, bitch?" Matt Brown's the man. I love Matt Brown. And he says he wants to fight a Diaz brother. I think if Nick wants to fight, I think that fight's perfect. Like again, I think they're going to use Nick Diaz as a stepping stone or something for a younger guy, like maybe
which they should.
Shemaev. No, well, Big Business Ray thinks so. Okay, I understand that.
No, they shouldn't.
They shouldn't. They said they should. No, they shouldn't.
No, they shouldn't do that to Nick.
No, Matt Brown is a perfect fight for Nick Diaz. Matt Brown's the perfect fight for Nick Diaz.
But no, perfect. I meant like having. Well, I thought you meant Nick Diaz as a stepping stone, but Matt Brown as a stepping stone is not good either. I mean, it's a waste of a talent.
He'll take the fights. He'll take the fights. I mean, he fought Miguel Baeza. It was a good fight. He was giving it to Baeza when Baeza knocked him out. It's all right, but I think a great fight. Matt Brown still wants to fight, and he just won, so I think he's going to get a fight. But I think if they want to give Nick Diaz a fight, I think that's a great. Put that on a pay-per-view main card. Put three rounder. Put Nick Diaz and Matt Brown on there. That's a great fight. That's super exciting. I'm super excited just thinking about it. That'd be great. Or even Nate and Matt Brown, but I think you can get more money with Nate fighting somebody else. But Nick and Matt for sure. That'd be great.
Dude, yeah, that would be a throwback fight, dude. That would just be a war.
Yes.
Just a war.
Yes. Two nuts bastards. I
want to randomly show up. Sorry. I'm going to let you finish.
Go ahead. No, you're good.
I would love to I have an idea for a series that I want to do called I Take It, Bro, where I just take shots from different MMA fighters to like the liver, the kidneys, and
that TikTok. That'd be a TikTok channel.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
there's an actual TikTok house that like TikTokers bought together to living together and TikTok together.
Yeah.
Hey, if the money's real, do whatever you want. It's weird. It's weird, and it makes you go, "Oh, it's the world we're living in." But also at the same time, we're like, well, we can write shit and think of shit. Like, why aren't we taking advantage of this? Also, I'm not going to be a TikTok dancer, or whatever. But I don't know. I don't have any ideas. I probably should be able to come up with some, but I don't know.
I know. It's just I thought
Also, I don't know
froze
if I
for a
want to
second
be a
'cause I went like
TikTok guy.
this.
Okay.
I don't want to be a TikTok guy. I'm not. I'm too old for TikTok. Like that's
No,
the
dude, you're
young.
young.
That's
You're younger than the dog face guy, the skateboarder, the cranberry juice guy, Fleetwood Mac. That guy's like,
mm,
well, he's like 37, 38, but that guy get famous. I don't know if that's like got something picked up with a lot of views and people knew me for something. I don't know if I wanted it to be a dumb TikTok video.
no, yeah.
Stand up, yes.
I'm a
This
comedian.
also yes, but a lot of other stuff. But just a weird, goofy video. It depends. Like if I did something creative, like I didn't do like like one of the themes, the ones that everyone were doing or whatever they call those. And I did my own thing. And it was clever and cool. That'd be different. But I don't know. Lord Thoven would be better at TikTok than I would.
Lord, I still say Lord Thoben deserves his own podcast, interview podcast with people who don't realize what they're getting into. Because I would record it
Like Ali G.
and it would be like 5 minutes, and then like some like major author would just hang up on Lord Thoven. What? He didn't even answer a question. What are you hiding from?
Lord Thoven's voice is different every time he talks, so he probably needs to work on that before he does a podcast.
He does. He needs to get his podcast voice down, man. Like,
also, the Lord Thoven movie. That's on me though. I need to finish the script for the Lord Thoven movie, and it will be made. We're gonna make it as soon as I finish the script. But I've been in a fucking rut. I feel like I can't write it without Adderall.
Can I see part of the script?
I haven't sent this to you. I'll send it to you. I thought I sent it to you.
No,
I'll send it to you.
no. I wanna see. I want to see if I can help write the Lord Thoben movie.
I don't want your help.
Okay,
And that's not
well,
like a.
still
That's
gonna
not
help.
like a. That's not like a. Well, the thing is that there's only one thing I need to change. I need to change. I have to tell you, it's nothing about the story I have to change. This is one character, and I have to dance around this stuff so it doesn't seem really offensive. And I have to dance around it and make it make fun of us, the other people. What?
It's a character-driven movie. I mean,
it is. No, listen. There's a character who kills monsters with his penis, and he's also gay. But they say he's like weaponized gay. But you have to make sure that I put in the script that it's two different things, right? You have to make it, and then you have to have the other people call the other people homophobes for not saying it correctly. I have to dance around that because when I started writing this, it probably could have flown. But I started writing a while ago. But now I'm just like, I don't think so. So I have to dance around that. And if I really don't want to get rid of that character altogether like that. I just have to make sure that the people who are bringing that up are the people who are the problem, and we call them out on it. Something like that. So that's what I had to dance around. And other than that, it's good to go. I like everything else.
Yeah, I tried to write a story super high, and it crumbled. Had a plot, then it was just no.
I actually enjoyed.
It's called "And They Came."
It's really hard to start into it, but once you get into it, I've gotten into grooves, and it became fun. But I just that's the problem with like starting something, and when I have to fix something in the middle, I need to get in a groove before I can fix something good. I don't want to ruin it. So that's been the problem of that part. Anyway, I have a couple other ones. I have one called OCD on. I want to do.
Is it a Dionne Warwick movie where she has OCD?
No, it's about someone with OCD. Like I have. That's subconscious manifests itself as a guy, a black gentleman who no one else sees, and he sees, and this is the person telling him to do all these things, and the person that, yes, the voice in his head that makes him do all the excessive compulsive things is this person, and his name is Dion.
OCD. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried. I want to act, but like, I don't think I can ever rip. Like, I don't know. Dialogue is not my thing, as you can tell by this podcast.
I'm excited to do this thing, and I hope it doesn't suck. I mean, I've been sitting on it for a while. Like I haven't touched it in a while, and I started writing it in 2015. So, and I wrote most of it then, and I've touched some of it up since then, but not a ton. Yeah, I definitely want to make it, but I don't want it to suck. And Harris is going to do it with me. We already talked about it. I just need to finish the script. Once I finish the script, we start doing shit. We might have to actually hold auditions, which apparently is easier than I thought it would be.
Well,
yeah. I already told you, but you'll read it. I don't know if there's any. Tell me what when I send it to you. You tell me what part you want to play, and I'll tell you if it'll work or not. I don't know.
All right, yeah, I'm down.
But there's definitely like a no line part you could do.
All I have to do is nod my head in approval. That's all I really have to
do. No. There's I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, you'd have to send me the script.
There's a couple of hot elf ladies that Lord Thoven was doing adult stuff with, and they're there. And at one point, Lord Thoven like makes this kind of quick comment about the fact that the one like randomly turns into a gross dude every once in a while. And like much later on in the script, it's just like you see it, and all of a sudden there's a dude sitting where the hot chick used to be. And you're like, oh god, that's pretty much what it is. Wearing the same clothes the chick was wearing. Yeah.
Nice and cross-legged with like a hot toddy, sip it and be like, hi. Yeah, the only thing I've ever acted in was
but you'd have to be shirtless for sure. Well, no, not necessarily, because you have to be in the same clothes as the girl was in. Yeah. You'd have to do elf ears though.
I'm down.
Not hard. There's a really easy way to do it that works pretty easy. You put just tape and makeup. It's pretty easy. Anyway, we'll do it.
Yeah.
And I want to do it. But I need to fix it. I'm just fucking lazy, and I feel like, and I'm afraid that I can't off medication. I can't do it correctly. I'll ruin it.
You can.
I know I can.
I have faith in you.
I know I can, but it's just it's tough, and it sucks because I'm stuck. And I don't know what I would. Yeah. Anyway, but every single person I've sent this thing to, who I trust, has said, "Dude, this is really funny. You need to make this." Like Mark Riccadonna, Sean Lynch. What?
Tim, it's the voice in your head.
I know. It's
the
Dion.
Voice in your head, sir. It's OC Dion.
It's OC Dion. Yeah.
You need to write the script, Tim. Write the script. You can do it. I know you can.
Most of it is written. Yeah, I'll send it to you when we're done here. I think I have it somewhere. I do have it somewhere.
Yeah, I'd be down to read it. But
excuse me.
Yeah, I only
giving up on talking about these fights. We used a whole lot.
Yeah, there wasn't
Zombie
really
looked good.
Marlon
Vera looked good.
We talked about most of it Saturday, like you said.
Yeah, I knew that Grant Vera fight would be great. It was.
Mm-hmm.
It was fantastic. Zombie looked good. You know what? Let me look at this. Let me look up on the UFC news here. See if there's anything to talk about. I wonder who they're going to give Rodriguez to. Are they going to give him to Zombie? That's my thought. Sage Northcutt before and after picks are not suspicious in any way. Oh, that means he's taking steroids. Well, he's in one. He's doing one FC, so of course he's in steroids. Oh, did you see Violent Bob Ross got arrested for assault?
No, what happened?
Luis Pena. Oh, former, not former. He's currently a fighter. UFC fighter Luis Pena arrested in Florida on robberies and battery charges.
Interesting.
Petch Correa, retirement bout versus Cara Rosa targeted for October 2nd UFC event. I thought she already retired, but okay.
Hmm.
Matt Brown said, tying the UFC knockout record is great, but I still got big things to do. I love it, man. I love that he still wants to fight. Yeah, keep going. Listen, that's the thing. That's one of the things that if you weren't a UFC fan, you would probably forget, like, who's the three people who are tied for the most knockouts. You're like, Derek Lewis, that makes sense. That guy knocks out everybody. Vitor Belfort, he was around forever, man. He knocked tons of people out. That makes sense. Who's the third one? Fucking Matt Brown.
Yeah. And I mean, he's always a joy to watch. It win, lose, or draw. That's one reason why I love Matt Brown. And actually, what I was going to say about that, bro, I can take it. I would love to get a hold of Matt Brown's management team and have him and take a solid punch to the forehead from Matt Brown, like 50%, and see what happens.
I think we're gonna start with less famous fighters first. But do you really want to? We could do that.
Yeah, I'm actually one of my first. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to ask him soon. Is George Comer? I want to take a shot from Bonesaw George Comer, and
you somehow and let the black belts just lay you out. The judo black belts lay you out on your back. It doesn't seem like it'd be painful, but you hear the boomf, and you just fly through the air, and you just boomf on your back.
I was about to say. You just don't have to know how to fall. I mean, it does
right.
suck.
Well, even if you know how to, like, it still sucks.
I've been flipped by a judo black belt before. It wasn't that bad.
Hold on. My point is, like, it's not impossible. Like, you can take it. It's, whatever. It's fine, but it's not fun. Especially,
I like it.
You get this dude Ben White. My buddy Ben, he's a black belt, and he's about your size, and he's a big, strong hoss. He's an ox. You let him throw you, and it's not even fun to get thrown to the crash pad by that guy. But he throws you just on the normal mat. It won't be fun. He'll land on you. It won't be fun.
Well, I mean, I've been landed. One of my favorite moments I've ever had doing jujitsu or grappling was I took on a kid who was a wrestler actually over in the high school down the street from me, North High School. That's where Stipe Miocic went, by the way. He went to Eastlake North, and he
I have an idea, but keep going.
I got tree topped by this high school wrestler. And he landed directly on, like, his shoulder went into my chest. I land on my back, and I get a wrestler's guillotine on him, and fucking he taps. I tapped out a high school wrestler at like 28.
Yeah, they don't know that stuff.
It was again. I know the dangers. To a normal person who doesn't really who cares about themselves, that's a problem.
I have all these. This is kind of like that weird Burt Kreischer show. I have all these ideas for you now. Okay, I want you to close your eyes or be blindfolded and sprint across the mats, and then I want one of the judo guys to hip throw you, just random. So at some point, and this dead sprint where you can't see, because then there's super momentum. It's just woo-hoo, you fly through they'd probably be able to throw you 40 feet.
What was you ever watch that?
I hope you don't break something.
You ever watch that video of the guys in the gym and the dude's like showing people what to do, and there's guys free rolling in the background, and then all of a sudden one guy like monkey flips another dude across the room, and you hear, ah! Have you ever seen that video?
I don't think so.
There's a video online. I wish we had a producer to find it right now, but
I have more ideas. Sorry.
Okay.
Keep going. Okay. They're not all fighting, but I'm just like we need to find like a nice semi-pro linebacker to spear you with pads on.
I'll take it.
Or just like throw you a pass over the middle and you just. And then I want to find someone who can throw at least 80 miles per hour, just beam you.
That would have to be a rule with that. It would have to be leg, arm.
Oh, not the head. Yeah, not the head.
Yeah.
Below
leg, arm, or shoulder.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I would take it off the shoulder for sure.
Aim low.
Just an 80 mile an hour.
Yeah. For sure. Aim low. Yeah. We don't want you to get hit in the head. Well, number one, you'll put a helmet on. We'll give you a bat too. make it look official. Give you a bat and a helmet, right? And then after that, nothing else. And you just yes.
I'll maim myself for the
I want Percy Gardner, the guy who lives down here, who played for the Indians. I don't know. I don't know if he can throw at all because I know he had to retire. But if he can throw even a little bit, I want to just throw baseballs at you.
Sure, I'm down.
Yes. Oh, listen, we need to do this. I mean, I'm gonna think of so many more.
What I want to do is I want to take. I know that it doesn't sound all that bad, but I want to take a falcon arrow, which from like the top rope of a wrestling ring. I think that would be kind of.
Well, I mean, there's been other people who've done this. We got to put our own spin on it, but you got to put your own spin on it. But we'll figure something out.
That's why I want to do fighters.
It's kind of like it's a little bit
kick, or take like a shin kick from somebody.
Yeah,
or
I mean,
calf
Steve O's did all this kind of stuff. But if we do it and we put it on our show, I don't know.
I just
want to make it fun. We'll make it fun. Listen, I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love watching because I'm not gonna do it, so I'm gonna love watching you take. How about just a straight chin shot with this straight upper, not a straight overhand right?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Why?
Just for the gram. I mean, at this point, I'm 32. I haven't done a lot with my life past
the headshots.
18.
The headshots are all crazy though, man. Taking one to the chin is nuts. Yeah, I'm sure we can find someone to leg kick you. I'm sure that sucks. And, the judo guys will definitely throw you through the air. That's fine.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Yeah, I probably find some high school kid who throws pretty hard. There's a girl here who's a junior and she's committed to Ohio State to pitch for softball. We have her hit you too.
Oh, just take it right off the knee.
We just see if we can hit her. I wouldn't be able to. I'm guarantee it.
I think that would be actually a really good idea, to be honest.
That would be fun. That's the thing. That's why I want. We get more viewers. We stop fucking around, or at least fuck around in some sort of format. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, if we fucked around in a format, I think we'd be better. To be honest with you.
Well, like I said, I like when we get questions because we have somewhere to go. Right?
Well, yeah, we lost everybody because I think they're waiting for fights, but I just named it March of the Zombie because Chen Song Jong fought. So
if they would have asked, we would have talked about it. He looked great. Anyway, because I just want more people to just help us get people that would do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, if we had more than 7 viewers, then she might do that.
I would love to go on. I'd love to do a show in Arizona and meet Master Ken. We need to get him back on the show.
Sure. I want to watch the Paper Tiger movie. He was in a movie. I saw the trailer. It actually looks watchable. I might rent it. It looks decent.
His videos recently have been fun. He had another knife defense video that was just hilarious. Anytime Master Ken does like defense videos, I'm fucking in. Like, I love that guy to death. So wonderful.
He's great. But this is actually Master Ken is not in this movie. Matt, whatever his name is, the actor, is in that movie. Also, I realized recently he was in a movie that I saw like a year ago with what is his name? The Russian kid, great actor, Anton something.
Anton LaVey?
No, he died. He was in the Star Trek reboots, and he was in.
Oh yeah, that kid.
Yeah,
he played Welshie.
He played the Russian kid, yeah, because his family's Russian. His family were figure skating coaches, but he's an actor, and he's a great actor. He's a great actor. But he died in that freak accident when his Jeep Cherokee, his brake went out and crushed him in his house. Yeah, it's fucking weird. But he is in this movie called Odd Thomas, which is weird, but it's not bad. But the man who may or may not be Master Ken is in that movie as well, and I didn't even realize it. I have to watch it again, but he has a big part in it.
Nice.
That movie wouldn't be bad, but it was weird. Like the female lead in it. She was hot, but I'm just like, who cast her? Because she's not really a great actress. Then I saw she has the same last name as the director, so I don't know if that's his kid or whatever or lady. I don't know. But
It's
I
a
saw that. I'm
Nicholas
like,
Coppola situation.
and she hasn't really been in anything else. But I'm like, this was kind of the reason why this movie kind of flopped a little bit. It wasn't bad though. You see Odd Thomas watch it. It's not terrible. It's weird. He can see he's a guy. His name is Odd, and he can see he can see monsters or something weird. I don't know, the dead or something. That's weird. I don't know, man. It's fun. It's always fun. This is the best show on the internet, is it not?
We're the greatest. We're the greatest. We do everything, and like my silhouette behind me sort of looks like either Alfred Hitchcock, or like a chiseled Homer Simpson in a way. It's just a big head right here. I like it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do more outdoor shows. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Well, I wouldn't recommend it just because of how much we're breaking up compared to other episodes. But do whatever you want. What was I going to say? Anything important? Probably not. Shoot, there's something. Oh, I think it's just. I mean, listen, we're a show. We're just dudes bullshitting and drinking. I mean, I think that's kind of like going to be our thing always. But
yeah,
we could probably get a little bit better. I don't know. I don't know. Listen, if I knew, I'd be doing it.
This is true.
I don't know. So I just.
Well, sir, I think we should call it a night.
It's probably true. Yeah.
But we appreciate everybody showing up, talking to us, leaving comments, asking us questions. If you want to go and watch our last two videos we have uploaded, one is the live stream of the fights this past Saturday. You can watch us talking about the fights. Our reactions are pretty funny on the knockouts. We were hamming it up, dude. Like
that was my legitimate reaction.
I know.
We just need a clip of the Matt Brown one because that was the fun one. Because the other one I missed, I think, but the Matt Brown one was good.
But that
we were legitimately happy. We're Matt Brown fans. We wanted to see him get a win. I guess a tough dude, man. You know, it's not like he's fighting another 41-year-old. You know, I mean, that's like Diego Lima's like 30, 31. You know, he's in the prime of his career, man. He's a tough fighter. So anyway, and they're buddies.
But all in all, man, I mean, it was a good night. And then also make sure to share this video out because we want to get some Mike Jackson hate on the interwebs.
Oh yeah, we're not talking enough. We need to start. Man, you know, there's another thing. That's the thing. One, I'm asking what we should do, but we're not great at social media. We suck.
Yeah, we're terrible.
And the thing is, like, I have time, but I just don't know. You know why? I'm so self-conscious. Like, I'm thinking, like, this isn't funny enough, or this isn't worth going up, so I don't do it. So I just, I should just say not give a fuck. You know, I need to start day drinking. That's what it is.
Yes, you do.
Day drinking. That way, I'll be asleep when we do the podcast at night, and then during the day, I'll just talk shit to Mike Jackson.
I like that. I'll read that Twitter at work while I'm not day drinking.
Sure,
because I night drink. That's how a good Polish boy should be.
I don't, and I can, but I don't. So that's
but we appreciate everybody that has stopped by today to see us in this lovely world called the MMAholes.com. If you follow us on that website.
When are we getting a website, Ray?
That's probably coming within the coming weeks. I'm not going to.
I'm sure. Just like the Pat Miletich episode is going to come up right now.
It finally did. All right, it's like Santa. Yeah. You had to wait a long time.
You said the words. I promise you, it's going up tonight 15 times.
I know. It took one like bored time at a comedy show for me to upload it, and I did it from my phone, which was nice because I have the studio app now. So that's how I keep up with all the
we also
metrics
need a theme
and everything.
Song.
Yes, I'm on Fiverr and I'm looking at people, but I had nothing's really caught my eye. I need I need a guy to write this song with, and to make it sound phonetically good in Japanese because I want that Japanese intro so bad. I
Well,
think it would be hilarious.
if Bill Spork and I, well, we are going to do this thing. Bill's been busy. He keeps telling me it's going to happen. We're going to make some music, and if that happens, I can get him to help us out with that too, because that probably won't be too difficult compared to other things. So that, and then after that we can write the song, and then figure the Japanese part out, or whatever we're going to do.
Oh, wow, that's low. Sorry, I just realized how low my voltage was on my battery. That makes a
That's
lot
too
of
bad.
sense.
All right, I'm gonna go
But
find something to eat.
all right, buddy. We are the Bro Plata. We appreciate you guys watching. Feel free to watch every single episode we've ever done, and on our streaming services for audio. The Pat Miletich episode is up there. Interviews with guys like Andrew Law, who I loved the video of him busting his ass trying to get a kickflip started. If you haven't seen that video,
If he gets hurt trying to do a kickflip when he's trying to fight, I'm gonna be so.
Have you seen that video?
No, I didn't watch it. I know that it exists.
I watched it yesterday like 3 times, and then I watched the one where he pulls it off, and I'm like, oh, that's no fun. I was hoping for another fail. But we love Andrew. He's another guy to go check out on our interviews. Lucas Mast.
Man, poor Lucas lost again.
I mean, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
But
we need to get Gene's guy on too. He just want to fight Aaron Mitchell.
And then obviously go check out the next true MMA star, a guy that we are 100% behind, Mr. Isaiah Watkins out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Go check his episode out because that's probably one of our best episodes ever. He carried most of that episode with his personality. And I loved him.
Again, he's great. We need to have him on as much as possible. I haven't got a hold of him lately. I'm waiting for him to get a fight. When he gets a fight, we'll have him back because I don't want to have him random reasons because he's busy. Because he's busy, whatnot. But I want to have him back for sure because I just asked him because he's fighting someone I knew, and then it just turns out this kid is a great fighter, and he also has a fantastic person, like a really fantastic personality. Which is weird. I don't say that. But that's something you just kind of like, oh, what a great person. But he's super fun.
Yeah.
And
he's
great.
Being comics, we know what good personalities look like. And Isaiah Watkins has
that kid's going to be listen, he's going to be a star. If that kid is a solid pro, he's going to be a huge star.
Oh, huge. Fuck yeah. So go check those out. We do this every Tuesday at 7:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We might do one Friday, but I might be doing some. I have a show Friday. I'm going to be in Berea at the Grindstone Tavern.
Oh, shoot, I keep forgetting to get a hold of that guy.
And also, I want to plug for anybody watching this in the Pittsburgh area. I will be in Pittsburgh. I'll have the full dates or the full information closer to the date, but I will be there August 28th for a showcase show in Pittsburgh. Looking forward to back there to do stand up. We had a great time, like we talked about earlier at PNC Park and at Permane Brothers, all those places for that game. So we appreciate you guys, and just want you to know every time you see us at the Kumite, never fear, because the Bro Plata will always be here.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, even though you stole my cup. Happy birthday to you.